can watch over them.
So yes, you might as well assist. I'm not going to be leaving this temple anyway. I know where I'm not wanted.
Oh,
Aw. But I probably would be like, well, Sal Alvarez, I'd like to come with you right away. But the problem is, well, I gotta freshen up since if I'm gonna head upstairs, they wouldn't like, well, how some people like to say a dirty wizard around.
I understand. And I'm sorry I've called you the Dirty Wizard.
No, I just imagine she's like, it's not an insult. It's you're speaking a truth. Like, look at me, and also there's like rock spot up her sleeve.
oh, not in. Well, you know this is a temple of Mirthvale. Don't worry, I'll put those in the donation box.
I mean, isn't there an easier way? Didn't at one time you used mold earth to remove it?
Well, it gets a lot of it out, but okay. That's what I can explain it. I can't exactly do that with clothes.
But you have
At least not
prestidigitation.
as well. Oh right, I do have that.
I mean, that technically does that. But I thought you
Oh
wanted
my
a
God.
bathhouse scene, so I'm like, I can do that for you if you want.
No,
You
no,
know how-
actually, you just loved it right there. She just like clicks in her brain. It's like,
Literally.
right. I really should read my spellbook more.
God just told me that I have prestidigitation. I don't know why I don't use this.
She just starts to clean herself up with the spell, just going like, I forget I'm useful.
Yeah, Morty-
Raka just goes like, "Oh, so Birthvale talks to you."
That'd be very awkward. It's like, hi.
No, it's just
That's
it's
what he was
it's just Mordecai and looking through his scrying orb as he's watching this show. He's like, does that wizard not know how to wizard? Hey, Cindy, do you not know you have prestidigitation?
Oh,
Editing.
thank you, random stranger.
You're
Oh, well.
welcome. Now get back to
I'll
your show.
Yeah, it's ominous voice in my head. Oh well, I'm not used to that.
Oh no, I'm wasting spell slots talking to you. I need to quit this. Big fan, by the way. No.
Anyhow, she just kind of starts cleaning herself up with that. And also, her dress that was like kind of like brown is actually a nice purple black dress. So you just kind of actually see the real color of it.
Well, she cleans
There.
up nicely.
Fix his hair up and go like, oh, I haven't had my hair feel this light in a long time. It usually feels like my neck's gonna break off. Puts it in a bun. Alright, I think I'm ready to go.
All right.
All
Then
right.
we're off. And was it
So,
Raz joining also, or
yeah, Raz, are you going with them or? Keep it on.
or attempting to go with us?
Was there any chance of having had a short rest since the battle?
You guys want to consider this all took an hour? Then yes, I will say yes.
Oh.
I'd be down for that. You know, using prestidigitation is not as simple as just like pointing at it. It's like, yeah, okay, I gotta find this corner here.
Well, plus
I
you're
gotta
taking
find
care of a couple of
this one
bodies.
here.
Yeah, and
That's
these
it.
yeah, and then the buying of the barding. Yeah, I'd say about an hour passed. So you weren't really strenuous, so you can definitely get a short rest if you want. So if anybody needs to roll hit
Yeah.
dice,
Ah.
ah, you can have
I'll
whatever you get
probably-
on a short rest. Pull your token over so we know you're on. Oh, there it is. Never mind, you're in it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will
Let me
say
just
though,
roll
Raz,
for my hit die. Oh wait,
I
I don't
care
need
to
to.
Raz. Just so you
Uh-huh.
know, if you turn into like a small animal, I can let you ride on my shoulder.
Yeah, that's. Well, I was thinking of a bird or something because I can fly now.
Yay!
I've got that level.
He turns into Benedier, and now you're confused.
Where?
Wait,
I've tried
Wait,
that. It
what?
didn't quite work the last time.
Well,
just have two owls on her shoulders, and it's like, this is really heavy.
Ah.
Owls weigh like about 15 pounds. No, actually, they weigh about 10 pounds.
you wobble to the east, you wobble to the west, you fall down north.
It's only a little bit lighter than a bag of holding.
That is true.
Oh, all right. So yeah, once Raz gets his hit dice rolled, figure out where you guys are gonna go from here, because I think you're gonna have to find a way to talk to this place. Like you got to find a way to get there. Like you don't even know where there is, so to speak. Neither do I. I need to look at this map. Like I found this cool map earlier, and I'm like, you know what, this will do.
It is a
Lost.
really cool map, by the way.
I was like, this would be the Undercity though. So whenever we get to the Upper City, I have nothing for you yet. So theater of the mind, my friends. Theater of the mind. This is one of those places I don't expect you to do much with, but if you ever do, then I'll get serious. Where would be a good
Alvarez becomes
place?
Ambassador City.
Really.
I think this would be the location we're gonna look for. That was an odd circle. Okay,
I'm trying
Roll
to
20, what the
see
hell?
this.
I'm gonna go transform into like a small like ferret or something like that and crawl up onto and like and
Nice.
go
All
around
right.
Kazu.
So we're gonna be
Yeah.
looking for the muffin.
Not good.
I'm assuming that since I'm in an animal form, you've got the mental link open.
Yep, mentally. I just
I
want you to
stuffed
imagine
Raz
Alvarez
into
whenever
my
Raz
bag of
talks.
holding.
I just was gonna say, like, Alvarez, whenever Raz is talking, I just want you to imagine Kazo just does a very monotone voice of like, "Why, hello, Alvarez," just so you know it's the difference between Kazo dressing her and him.
Okay.
By the way, loyalty boss chest on Stream Raiders, so make sure you're dropping shrooms, my friend. I'll put down this.
Drop
cool
them
looking-
shrooms.
Yep, drop them shrooms. Place your epics. But yeah, let's continue, shall we?
Mhm.
So the three of you, and who's holding on to Raz? I guess with
Kazu.
Kazo. All right, and
I just assumed.
hey, I am going to let's see, big old heal. There you go. All right, put down some DPS, and we'll be good to go. All right, now back to this. Yeah, so you walk out into the main thoroughfare where, you know, like the fountain with the fish spitting into the water, you know, is just like a basic fountain, you know. And then there's like several buildings around, one in which where we found the barding, so like the very one across the street's probably the stable house. And then you notice like buildings going into the deeper part of the town starting to be more sophisticated, like more either populate shops or an inn or tavern. I assume like the one on the right might be an inn and tavern, and the one on the left might be like a big main general shop. But yeah, you see a couple guards kind of like blocking that bridge to the north. And if you were to like go east, like there would have been some guards over here blocking the path too. But yeah, what do you want to do?
I'll probably let Alvarez do the wording since Kazo's busy drawing things, fascinated by a bunch of like awesome artworks around because elves are creative as fuck.
They are indeed. Definitely a lot of sharp points in these buildings. A lot of wood where you would expect like marble structures to be, but it's, you know, they got a really good solid state of wood here. But yeah, Alvarez, these guards are like blocking your passage further into the city. Probably the only pair of people you see at the moment that you can talk to about anything. Because the DM's lazy, I don't know.
I guess I'm going to switch to Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
And I will ask, may I pass?
What's your business in the city, buddy?
Here for shopping. The good kind.
Who's that with you?
Well, if you must know,
I must.
Yes, I must.
She is a very close traveling companion.
You married? Or have you had the
Kaz's
chance?
pen just like tracks a line right there through the whole book.
Are you like, yeah, you understand Elvish, right? they think you're not hearing this conversation.
Ah! Well, actually, hold on. Let me take a. Oh wait, no, I don't know Elvish. I know civilian, like the Fey language, not Elvish.
Oh.
Civilians, every civilian can speak it.
She speaks civilian.
Wait, don't you know all the languages? I thought you had that feat.
I know most of the languages. I don't know them all, but
I
that's
find
also
it.
what I'm thinking.
I find it ironic you don't know Elvish. So this private conversation between you and this guard, Alvarez. Let's continue, shall we?
I figured it was the best way to proceed.
I
Well,
Okay,
yeah, we
No, I like this. So you guys married or something or what? Oh, let me get it. You haven't asked her yet.
have not.
I totally understand. Yeah, by all means. Hey, can I suggest a very, very good shop up there? There's a jeweler up there. Get you a nice ring, man. And you tell him
I
Jarrett sent
translate
you.
for Kaz. Just
Yeah, if you tell him Jarrett sent you, you'll get a good discount.
Hold on, does Raz know Elvish?
yes, I was a drow.
He was a drow before this. So yeah, he doesn't
Uh-huh.
forget what he knows.
You'll
just-
just have to say it to her. Oh, wait, no. Are you saying this
In
quietly?
your mind language.
Ross?
No,
Oh.
it's through the mind link because I'm a ferret.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
No, okay. So Alvarez, this is the question between us and the guard. How much can he hear? Are we being quiet about this conversation, or do we think we're good to have this out loud?
We were good to have this out loud.
Very well.
Alright.
So there you go. He knows. But here's the thing: you got to translate it to her after you hear the entire conversation, so you can give it to her, right? Otherwise-
Mhm.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah, because you can't initiate the telepathic link. Like Khazadress has to,
But she said
to
she
think to
leaves,
establish it.
leaves it open.
I do have it linked
That's
and
the
it
thing, like,
stays
because it
linked
can
together.
go for a while.
So he's like, "Hey,
Uh,
cat,
just
cat."
moving to the floor.
They're talking about you.
Guess what they're saying.
Yeah. No.
Huh?
You know what?
Sorry,
Have have that conversation. Have that conversation.
I just go ahead, Raz.
So they think you're married. The god does.
Huh?
I don't know. How would a ferret think? I'm thinking
And
to
they-
you while I'm a ferret.
And
Very
they clear
short,
the
very
way.
short.
They clear the way,
Oh,
and
we better get going.
the pair of you are welcome to go in further into the city. And he tells
Oh,
you
we're
if you
just
go.
gonna, like-
fine.
Yeah, the last part of the Elvish conversation to Alvarez is directions to the lift that leads up to the upper city. But other than that, you guys are granted passage afterward.
Looks
I just
like we're
meant
going to
we
get
had-
jewelry. We might propose.
Wait, who gonna propose? Sorry, I was
What?
busy drawing this weird fish. It looks. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think the
The
art
guy,
messed up
the
on
guy
the
we're
table,
with, that guy.
but- Oh, wait,
Alvaro.
wait. Does Alvarez like? Is like, I am so confused, and she's like starting to blush. Go like,
The guard
Alright, I'm
winks
just-
at you as you pass. Good luck.
See?
wait, is the guard trying to marry me?
No, nope, nope. Alvaro Bajibs.
She is like,
Alvaro.
you got
The
it.
guy.
You got
The
it.
guy in front of us.
Hold on, intelligence thought. Because I don't mind playing her like astutely not smart, but let's see.
Well,
You know exactly who he's talking about.
by disadvantage. What?
But, oh, you want this? You want disadvantage? Okay, if you're being ditzy
No.
today, I'll give you disadvantage.
No, no.
It's up to you.
Just go.
It was
So
really
close
more
to
of a
50K,
speaking
just
role, if that helps you out.
Yep.
Probably she's just gonna be like questioning him later as they go past the door, but kind of like she's just sitting there, go like, maybe he was just saying that so we get in. I don't know. I'd never been married
know.
before. I don't know how it works.
2 hours. And what's sad is 2 hours later when you have to leave, he's like, "Oh, time to propose," and you're not here.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so you guys get directions to go to the lift, which is over here in this blue area. You pass by several buildings, village-looking houses at this point here. Maybe that's like a bazaar, perhaps. A market, a bazaar that you're just kind of like noticing. And then there's like a speaking galley right here where people can hold speeches, sit on rocks, talk to each other. Like this must be some kind of public meeting ground, or it's just a really bad ritualistic area. And then more houses, and then the lift. Without any further complications, you're able to take the lift up to the upper level where bridges and boards go between, carrying from tree trunk to tree trunk these wide varied shops and buildings and menagerie of lavish looking buildings integrated into the woodworking of trees themselves to give them this very naturalistic artistic flavor to them. You guys are currently up here. Is there a certain shop you're looking for in particular? The magic shop, I believe, is the one, right?
Yeah, somewhere I could get some elvish clothing.
All right, let me look up some elvish names real quick, and then I'll get right into this.
Or pretty much anything that isn't starting equipment.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
That's definitely fair.
I promised I would give you a shopping spree, so here we are. We're in an elven village that has plenty of magic. Roll me a D100. I want to find out what this person's name is.
If their name is Greg, I'm gonna die.
Okay, these are child names. Let's go to Ori, which is...
Damn it, Greg.
I mean, everybody had to be a child.
Well, yeah, well, child's a bitch in Genshin, but you know. I guess that's pronounced Hate. She's a Hate. She's a Hate. Hate. So this elven woman, silver hair, wearing a white gown but a silver cord around her waist, greets you as you come into this archaic shop. And what are you looking for, my fellow travelers?
I was looking for a new cloak.
Ah, what kind of cloak are you looking for?
Oh, I forgot the name of it.
Cloak of protection or something else?
Desiree of the
Elvenkind?
Spiders. Manta Ray.
Yeah, elven kind.
I
I
seem
was
to have.
trying to see if I can get the set.
Yeah, this
Kind
one
of an
here.
elven place.
Yeah, just uncommon. She points to a couple mannequins off to the back of her shop and says, "Well, there are a couple of Elvenkind cloaks up there for sale. Yes, they go for around 600 gold."
Alright, and do you have the matching boots?
Do I have the matching?
Because they've got to match.
They've got to match. I totally agree. So if I never want to see you in this campaign ever again, I need to make sure you get both of these items, right? So yeah, she also has the pair of Elvenkind for 600 as well.
Are you
Excellent.
saying you don't want me to have both?
No, I don't care if you do. I'm just making a joke that your stealth checks are going to be out of the world from here on out.
You're
Yeah,
basically
That
invisible.
we literally will never see you in the game whenever you decide to stealth. That's what I meant.
Okay.
All you're really missing is something to cover your scent, and
No. And as long as they don't have blind sight, you should be fine.
Yeah. So I would like to purchase both of those. And is there anything you might have for the lady? You know,
Oh, you don't have to get me anything, Alvarez, if you're like.
well, it looks like that cloak is already pretty much used up.
Hmm.
No. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, Alvarez. Like, out of character. Holy crap, like, I was reading up this item nonstop and had put notes. There are over, like, 22 patches on this thing.
She still has several of them. She's so stingy.
Okay.
She's stingy.
But it does, well, it's not I'm just stingy. It's just like, alright, do I need to pull out a bull eye lantern? Do I need to pull out a door, a window? Do I need to pull out 2 horses? It's kind of like one of those scenarios. It's like, it's great when it's like in a terrible situation. But I'm not going to say no to it. It's like, well, it has helped me out a lot. And she does kind of compare. It's like, compared to how I dress usually, it doesn't really match, does it?
No, but if there's anything that you might like, just have a look around.
May I ask, Theo, are you a spellcaster?
Oh, yeah, as she pulls up her book.
No.
It's
And
like a greenish
yes,
book
as
with, like,
well.
Oh. Yeah. Perhaps, and she goes over to a glass case, and in this glass case you see a long ivory staff, and at the top of it there's like a claw figurine just kind of like coming off the top. Perhaps this staff of the ivory claw might interest you. Kind of like pulls it out of the case, gives it to you to kind of like hold on to and get a feel for it. Tell me, do you feel the power within this staff?
out of character. I'm literally like biting my finger, going like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
This gray and cerulean staff is topped with a small dragon claw carved from ivory. Depending upon how you want to go from here, I'll read the rest, but I won't read it until you buy it. Now, I will say, this is a little bit pricey.
Well, like, it is like really nice, but like, I really don't want to cause you too much trouble, Albert. It's like, if you get me anything, I have to just pay you back in some way.
Is she worth it? Now, I have items for sale, and if she is worth it, I think you should buy it for her.
Depends on the cost.
It does depend. It be 10,000 gold.
Is that all?
She
Is
literally
that-
just
is-
stares at you. Like,
Is
she
that
just, like,
all
does
that your
not
love
mouth
is worth
drop.
to this woman?
Just like her jaw drops. So like, she wasn't expecting that response. Like, is that all? What?
Yes, that is all. And if you want me to be even more generous, I can bring the price of the other 2 items you purchased to 500 each. We'll make it an even 1,100 or 11,000 gold.
11,000 gold?
Yeah.
I will pass over 1,100 platinum.
Boom.
Oh, and could you gift wrap those for me?
Well, I knew I judged correctly. And she counts all the coins real quick, double checks, and she brings the staff behind the counter for a moment. Very well. Be just a moment. And it heads to the back a little ways. And yeah, she starts
She's-
gift wrapping it.
Cazadris kind of goes over to Alvarez like and go like, "You really don't need to do that. Like, that's a lot of gold." And she's like, "I've never seen that much gold in my life." Like, holy crap! Are you sure,
Well,
Alvarez?
Just
I see what
let's
he's
just
doing.
say it cost a figure. I love you.
I see what's going on here, and I'm loving every moment of it. And she comes back with this lovely gift wrapped staff. Well, dear, aren't you lucky? And hands it over to her.
Immediately after she gets the staff, she just immediately starts looking at Alvarez's hands, go like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't get what you mean by a finger, but
What you don't see is in my right hand, I'm twirling the finger around underneath the chest.
oh my god, please.
Well,
I'm gonna say
light.
telepathically. You mean Smith's finger?
You fucking snitch! Get out of here.
Wait, He has been here the entire time.
I have. Hello.
Monotone. Hello. But she's just gonna sit there and go like, you totally earn yourself anything you want from me from now on if I can provide. This is a great. I
No.
don't know what to say, Alvarez.
You know, good sir, just to keep your commerce coming into our lovely community, there is a shop across the street that might have a particular ring that would fit her finger well.
What about a certain thing that might fit my hand pretty well?
No, go on. I am more than interested in taking more of your funds. What would you have?
Any weapon suggestions?
Let me look up something. Like, I am willing to throw in a fancy rapier if I can find one.
Well, wait. I forgot to mention, Lost. Do you have gloves of thievery at all?
No, I don't, actually.
You should definitely get that. If you could get it, since you are a freaking awesome rogue. Might as well steal everything.
Why? He's got all this
So-
money.
Yeah, but the question is, can I actually legitimately buy those from this kind of shop?
Not from this shop. Like, I think things that are more roguish, he's gonna have to go to his people for. Like, don't get me wrong, magic people make these things, but they don't. It's like buying lock-picking tools, you know what I mean? Like, you don't
Yeah, I
go
figured
to
that
a
would be
hero
more
shop.
black
Pop
black
back
market.
over to Jillian Cove at some point, and you'll probably find them.
Yeah. The Quintessa can hook you up. Definitely. I wish there was a way for me to look at items by weapon type, because that would help me out a lot.
I
Because
wish
a lot
you
of
could sort the items at all. Like you can't
Yeah, that
sort
would
the
be
items
nice.
at all on Roll20.
yeah, Roll20 realizes there's a shit ton of items and they just don't want to filter it, which sucks.
Well, wasn't there a
I mean,
Um,
didn't we talk about a weapon that did fire damage? I forgot what it was called.
Me too.
Oh, it was. I believe it was
Flame tongue.
a sword of wounding.
Sonderwood is another one you mentioned.
Yes. Yeah, it was a sword of wounding I was looking for.
Sort of.
Which it could come in short sword form for your convenience.
Yes.
Hey, only for you, my friend. Let's see here. Mind blade, moon touch sword, sword of wounding.
I guess it technically could also be a rapier. Since I guess technically a rapier's a sword.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean, yeah. All right, so rare. So that means it put it at like 10k. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I mean, I need to help him spend his money, right? So if you want
Yeah.
a sword of wounding, be 10,000.
All right.
You'll have to
I
probably edit it once you put it in your book, but yeah.
Yep. And I will pass over 1,000 platinum.
Nice.
And you'll probably have to like put in the stats yourself because
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
at the end. Yeah, you'll have to, like, I'll let you put it on your current, or put it on a rapier, let you pull over, and then you can just add the bonuses to it. Sure you got that figured out. But yeah, absolutely. Sword of Wounding is now in your possession, Mr. Moneybag. And do pray tell, is
Not
there
so
any
much
more?
anymore.
Yeah, is there any more lightning of the wallet you need? It seems you've had a lot of good fortune, my friend.
+1 studded leather armor.
Just
If
happen to have
possible.
one laying around. We'll put that at 2,000.
we took it off a dead body in the forest.
Yeah. It didn't look like they were needing it, so here it is.
Yep. And I passed over 200 platinum.
Yeah, you're just lightening that load. That chest should be carryable now.
Yep,
How much
just
do you have actually out of curiosity? Like,
I-
money
I-
wise?
left over. I still have 1,213 platinum and 389 gold.
Jesus!
Hey,
Dude still got 12k after spending all that.
Hey.
Jesus had nothing to do with it.
by the way, he still has a
Alright.
third of the gold that he had, so it's all good.
Doctor is the correct word I'll say.
At
No,
least I
not
helped
doctor.
him. I helped him spend a majority of his gold. That's what matters.
Yep. And I get to add a lot of stuff into inventory.
Yeah, I told you. I promised you a
I think
shopping
you forgot
spree.
one key thing. I think you forgot to keep one key thing lost. Maybe you should upgrade your armor. Are you still wearing leather, or do you want to wear studded
He
leather?
just did. He just did.
You literally just bought
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
Were you?
Sorry, I am
Wake up.
pretty busy with my hair at the same time.
He's
So
Oh, yeah.
distracted
my
by
bad.
the pretty staff.
My
Yeah,
bad.
she's waiting for her garlic bread to get done. Anyway,
Yep, I just bought +1.
sorry. I'll quit with that joke eventually. All right. Yeah, and with that, you guys are doing anything else up here in the upper levels? Like, I don't know what you want to explore exactly, but I'm willing to world build if you are.
Anything with pretty sculptures and architecture, because she is a mason, expert. So she's kind of running around, go like, "Oh, okay, maybe not yet," because she's still looking at the staff and just looking at Elvis and go like,
Make
"Like,
make an investigation check to see if you can find out if there's anything fancy besides. Otherwise, yeah, you are too distracted.
that's fair." All right, let me get back because I'm pacing back and forth.
Want me to do it for you? I didn't realize she stood up. Okay. Yeah, with that investigation, you and Alvarez find out that there is a museum sort type place that has like several statues made by different artists from the Elven's archive. Like there's been several depictions of leaders and followers and important people in their society that has been, emancipated into the annals of time by being displayed here in structures.
Now, before she goes crazy on that kind of stuff, though,
Mm-hmm.
gonna after they exit the shop, Kazadris kind of look up, maybe ask Rat, telepath could tell Raz is like, is he really trying to marry me right now? What's going on?
I'm kind of confused as well.
You're asking the
Possibly,
worst
I mean,
relationship
what-
advice ever.
You bought your very big stuff.
Alvarez knows how to play the
She
game.
she just kind of looks at Alvarez and finally just goes like, Alvarez,
stick?
did you buy me this for any particular reason?
Just to keep the fire away from my back.
And then she actually softens up a little bit because then she just kind of remembers from the very start, she just flashbacks to when you gave her the token and you kind of said the same kind of thing. So she kind of actually slowly just relaxes and like, oh,
He is trying to marry me.
oh God. No, she's going to be really confused. Like, wait, is he just being a good friend or I don't know if Raz is right or wrong. She's
Yeah.
gonna stop thinking about it and just kind of goes like, let's go this way. And she just grabs Alvarez's hand, just drags him straight to the museum.
There you go. And yeah, you get to look at all these pretty statues. She gets to make all the notes she wants. Eventually, I'll ask her to make a history check whenever it's convenient for her, if she wants to remember these for future things that she might want to do. But
As we're going around, I'm looking to see if anybody, knowing that there might be disguised, anybody that sort of resembles my parents in the bone
Make
structure and
a-
stuff like
yeah, make a perception check as a parent.
that. Well, oh wait, but the thing is,
go ahead and use
the,
yours.
The
Yeah,
knowledge
yeah.
skills
Yeah,
and
go
stuff
for
like that, it would be.
Yeah, that's a
26?
familiar thing. My bad. Yeah, you glance around up here. No, a lot of these high elves are very well dressed and very distinguishable compared to what your mom and dad disguised themselves as. But yeah, you don't see them anywhere near here. To be fair,
And is there anything else I'd noticed maybe? Like as we're going, like since I'm keeping
well,
an eye
since
out
you
for
guys are like so high up, off to the north, there seems to be some kind of smoke.
smoke.
Like
Alright.
it's a bit
Okay.
away. You can't really
See that?
tell how far away it is, but there's like a little smoke bill that only you can see with that 26%.
Meanwhile, Moonstruck accidentally burned a forest down.
Oh, and I just got done telling him not to do it. Moo!
Moopsie.
Moopsies.
Um,
Good one.
Oh, that's cute.
We'll put that on a shirt.
no, moopsies. Oh god, no thanks.
Druid casts firewall. Moopsie. Don't forget to play that Stream
Well,
Raiders,
yeah,
friends. But yeah, go ahead.
I'll say to Kaz, hey, there seems to be some smoke over there. That way. Kind of like point with my tail towards.
Huh.
Make a perception check.
You think
guys.
we should-
Will you roll it for me? I'm literally like
Yeah,
on
you
the
have
other
to roll.
side of the place. I'm trying to get my
Absolutely.
hair ready.
Yeah. I gotcha. It is where? Oh, there we go. It is a 3. You don't see it.
Looking, okay. I got it. I got it perfectly. It was going like she's trying to focus, but then like she's trying to distract herself at the same time, trying to draw. But sometimes she writes marriage and go like, no. Oh wait, what? Nah. And then she's just perplexed.
What is merit?
Is this how it works? I don't know. Maybe I should ask someone nearby to help me to figure out if that's true or not.
If there's a fire, I should probably go out and help put it out.
And then she's gonna like try to focus a little bit to help. It's like, if you want to do that, feel free. But do you at least want to take Bittidir with you?
Ooh, I
This-
could ride Bittidir?
This owl has a ferret in its claws. Yeah, that's about right. Is that what you do?
Maybe just to go have a look.
It's if his Braz wants them to go together.
Yeah, that maybe good idea.
Bittidir?
But I'd imagine I'd be flying on the back between the wings, kind of.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna talk to Bittidir and be like, make sure Raz is safe. And disturbingly, she just goes over to it's like, if Raz is in danger, try to protect him as much as you can.
He flexes a wing at you. Woohoo!
Safe trip then. And then she just lets Bittidir fly off, and Raz is in control. But now you're gonna have to talk to Bittidir because you're gonna be too far away to talk to Khazadress.
Well, I don't know if just tell her to take me over to the fire and back if there's no problem.
Alright. Bittidir, fire and back. You'll find me. And if you don't, just, fly around. I'll keep snapping my finger to get you in my pocket. Wait, no.
And
Bad
then
idea,
Raz
bad idea. Splat. 2 deaths.
Wait, you're a parrot.
Ferret.
He's a ferret, not a
You wouldn't
parrot.
know what
Little
she
rat.
is.
If he was a parrot, he would have ran off on his own. That probably would have been smarter, huh? Oh well. I love the ferret idea though. That was cute.
But anyway, yeah, I'll let Bittidir carry you over.
All right.
Yeah, okay. We have a look.
All right. As you guys soar off, Alvarez, is there anything else going on here before I change scene?
No, you can go ahead and change scenes. Sorry, I'm still trying to factor everything on my character sheet.
Not a problem.
And just in case, since I will be leaving soonish,
Mhm.
I'll just have Kazo follow Alvarez the entire time, being very awkward. And then when Raz comes back, he could talk through Kazo. So
All right.
if
Well,
that helps you out.
yeah, don't worry. We'll figure it out. But yeah. So
In a she'll be in a trance, just kind of staring at the staff, gaping. You know.
yeah, I'm not sure what to do. Is she getting married? Is she going to have children soon? You know, the usual.
It's
What?
like I just imagine Elf walking by. It's like, oh, I wonder how their kids are gonna look. Huh?
Fair enough. All right. So with that, like, okay, Rash, you're off traveling. We'll come back to you in just a second, but we'll go back to the doctor and Raka real quick. And here in about 15 minutes, we'll take our break. So, Doctor, Raka, what are you guys doing as you're still at the temple?
So now that it's just me and the doctor, and we have these individuals, I'd like to have a conversation with the doctor.
But not the individuals. Okay.
Not the individuals just yet.
All right. Well, no, by all means, take it away.
So, I'm gonna pull the doctor to the side. I guess maybe outside. They can't hear us. And go, Doctor. I think these people worked with and know where Raz's parents may be, or at least the closest lead that I've got. Would you mind helping me try to extract some information from them?
So, well, they should be. And just on the safe side, he's talking in Draconic. So, well, they should be amenable to our requests. We did, after all, save their lives.
I would very much like your help if you wouldn't mind. You seem to. I would like to try and ask them some questions, but my questioning techniques may not be quite up to par as yours may be. Smart as you are, Doctor. Would you like to interview them together?
Very well, then. That would be the best course of action.
And he will lead the doctor inside, or say, shall we go then?
Probably coming in, it's like, now what did I tell you about your posture?
Yes, I apologize, Doctor, as he kind of tries to correct his posture a little better, and my apologies, good Doctor. Shall we now? And he'll go inside to start talking to these two individuals, which are, let me remember, Camden and Elsha, right?
Elsha.
Elsha and Camden.
Elsha and...
Do you wanna build a
So-
snowman?
Yeah.
He'll come in and say, Elsha,
No.
Camden, how are you feeling?
The guy kind of like groans a bit. I feel like my stomach is killing me still, but I'm glad to be alive. Where are we? We're in
We-
Eltara, the female cross says.
Yes, we were traveling in the forest, and we came upon some spiders that had captured you two, and we were able to rescue you from the spiders. And now we're in Elftara getting you medical care.
So they use us and then they leave us for dead. Seems that way.
Who used you?
Them bastard elves. Yeah. And he kind of like looks around. Eltara, you said. He looks around for elves.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, we're safe here for the time being.
You hear the priest behind say, yeah, them fucking bastards. Anyway, if you need anything, I'll be out in the opening.
Thank you. So, these elves, I'm quite interested in them actually. They may be the same elves that I'm actually looking for.
Well, they squelched our deal. What do you need with them?
Let's just say I've been searching for a set of elves for a while, and these kind of meet the description, and I've just got some business that I need to attend to with them. And I feel like if they were working with you and left you for dead, we may be able to create an alliance to try and find these elves.
I'll tell you anything I could tell you, but you're just gonna have to ask me. I don't know what specifics you need.
I think the
And-
most simple question would be, what do you remember last before you were attacked? What was your little group searching for?
It's not that we were searching at the moment, but apparently 2 of these displacer beasts that they had tamed have lost their control, and we were trying to settle them down non-violently as one could try. They wound up knocking us out, which I'm shameful to say. I should definitely be better on my feet than this. But afterwards, everything went blank. Next thing I know, I woke up here.
And would that
And-
be the same for you, miss?
I mean, I saw him get knocked out first, and I tried to stop fighting. But yeah, pretty much. I got slammed into a nearby tree, and that's about it. That's all I can remember.
And Raka will say, so would you say that you worked with these elves long enough that if you saw them again, you would definitely recognize them? Because I believe the elves that I'm looking for are in disguise at the moment. I may not be able to find them in their current form.
I mean, if I was able to get around better, yeah, I could definitely help you there.
And Raka will kind of look at the doctor. Doctor, I think she said something about her legs not quite wanting to work earlier. Do you think there's anything you may be able to do to help her?
See, I mean, is that something that he could tell, where it's just like it mostly just recovering from the poison?
Make a medicine
Sure.
check. There's a check to do this. Do that. Yeah, just
Oh,
steroid her up.
Jesus.
She should be fine. Pump her full of that shit. She'll walk.
Hmm.
You know what? I'll give you advantage. You are a doctor.
It'll be hilarious if it's somehow,
Eh.
Right.
I'll flash of genius to something higher.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
still have uses.
Yeah, like the poison has already damaged like parts of the internal part of the body, but like cure wounds can definitely heal the upper layer whenever you get stabbed, to prevent bleeding. But when it comes to like organs getting infected, like there's a certain way you got to let that heal, like like scar tissue, you got to let that scar over on its own. So they're still woozy from the poisons. They might be down for a couple days before they start to be on their feet again. I mean, they were just about ready to die, so.
Mm-hmm. It's like, well, Raka, judging by their injuries, even with my intervention, they will not be quite up to the task for another day or two.
You know, I've waited long enough, and this is the closest I've come to possibly finding these elves. What's a couple more days of planning and preparation? Let me ask you this next question, you two. If you had the opportunity to, I don't know, try to maybe get back or do something for being left there, would you take that opportunity on these elves?
They squelched us out of our deal. Damn right, I'd kill him in a heartbeat.
And he'll look over at the doctor and go, Doctor, think we may find some new traveling companions if they'd like to join the group. What do you think? Obviously, let them heal up and rest, but may definitely be of use, for sure. What do you think?
The elves might be a problem. They are a bit finicky. They may not allow us to stay for as long as we'd like. However, we are not that far off from the airship. We could easily take quarter there if we should find ourselves without quarter.
Might be a good idea. I don't think that the elves here do want us staying overnight, if at all. I think once they find that these two have awoken, they may want to kick us out anyway. So I think maybe traveling back to the airship and letting them recover might be a good idea. And then he will, in Draconic, say to the doctor, I still want them dead.
The guy says out loud as you say that, as long as you're not talking about us in Draconic.
And he will look over and go, oh, we share a common tongue. May prove to be of use as well.
I've been told that I need to keep my resources wide. Keep my ears sharp, listening to conversations that are not the same as others.
And so he will say, well, you should wait till the rest of our party comes back, but if you'd like to join us, you're more than welcome to come to our airship and recover some more.
We'll see. Alright, so with that, I'll zoom out for a minute, and then we'll go over Raz's scene, and then we'll take a break. So, Raz, here you are, haphazardly flying in the claws of an owl. Woohoo! 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 And you're kind of like directing him towards the smoke that you see, and then eventually he sees it. And how close to this smoke do you want to get?
We take it incrementally. Like start out like 200 meters or feet.
Okay, make a perception check.
Perception. 25.
Good news. This isn't a forest.
Yeah. Well, that's good, I suppose. Campfire?
More like a smoking fire, like somebody's purposely burning stuff, but it seems to be in front of a cave.
Huh. Okay. Can I see what they're burning?
Not from this distance. You just see like a little red dot in front of a black opening in a cave.
Huh. Alright. Okay, I'm letting him get a bit closer.
As you get a little bit closer, you start to make out at least 5 individuals. And then as you get even closer, you can see what looks like a fiery fox-like creature who is like stoking the flames of a bunch of brush and brambles that have been tossed into the front of this cave. They seem to be trying to smoke an animal out of its living space. And you recognize the fox being something that your mom doesn't bring out very often. Only on special occasions.
Okay. Well, shit. So how many people do you say there were? Like 6?
At least 5 that you can tell, and the firefox.
Okay. Do I recognize any of the others? Or do I... I'll get a bit closer.
Judging... Okay, yeah. As you get closer, and judging by their shapes, you don't recognize them. You assume these are people that were hired on for help. But you do see 2 semblances that are matching the height of your parents.
Yeah.
And let me just pull out a character sheet real quick. Like, how close are we getting at this point?
I won't go closer than say 40 feet.
40 feet. So let me just pull.
Now, I don't want to interrupt, but I am heading out, so I'll see you guys later.
Take
just
care. As I
Have
kill
a good
Raz,
rock time.
Yay!
all of a sudden,
It'll be fun.
this elven man turns his back and he pulls his bow off his shoulders and he goes, "That's the weirdest thing I've seen in ages." He pulls back the bowstring and he's aiming it for Benedier.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, let's take a shot, shall we?
Mhm.
Ching. Need to improve his bow, but he gets a 14. Yeah, that's right, archery. Which Benedier has an AC of probably not 14. I think it's like a 13, right?
I think owls get like 12 or 13.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her
Mhm.
verb. Should have had her put it on the table, but let's see here. How's it spelled? B-Y? No, B-I.
BIRB, yeah.
Ah, there he is. It is a AC of 11. So, Raz, all of a
Process
sudden,
correct.
you
Shit.
fall to the ground,
Uh-huh.
and let's give you. Okay, so you're in the air right now, and you're falling from the sky. You're probably about 40 feet from the ground. So, unless you do something instantly, what do you want to do? Like, you're falling at this moment as a ferret. If you land, you're gonna take
Well, I-
damage.
Pictured Benedier landing in a tree, but no, that didn't say
I
that.
mean, you could try.
Uh,
You could try. If you want, I'll let you make an acrobatics as a ferret.
Alright.
Roll a
Give it
d20,
a-
and I'll give you
well,
+3. I'll give you +3 on it.
We use a rat, I suppose, would be the closest.
No. Go ahead and
Plus
take a
zero.
plus. You know what? I'll give you a +4.
Cool.
How's that sound?
You can do it, Ferret Bueller.
Go for it, Ferret.
believe Ferret. Oh. Ferret.
We'll give that a 17 then.
Okay.
So you descend about 10 feet, and then all of a sudden you catch a branch, and then you start to scurry on it like a squirrel. Anything else you want to do?
Well, if I'm on the branch successfully, then I'll kind of like hide.
Yeah, make a stealth
suppose.
check with advantage.
Alright. Just use dexterity, I suppose. just
Yeah,
roll
we'll
the
do
D20.
same
If we're
roll.
using the same.
Nice.
Same roll, yeah.
So
Wait, oh, sorry. Okay, well, they're two 19s, but it's fine.
yeah. So 19 plus 4 makes it a 23. He looks for you. He doesn't see you right off. Huh, that owl just
All right.
disappeared. That's somebody's familiar. Oh dear. I wonder who's interested in us now. Come along, dear. We need to hurry this up. You know what to do. Keep the fires burning. And yeah, you can hear a soft rumble inside, like a dick coughing. What are you doing up there in the tree?
So would I know what the the little fire emp thing fox is?
It's your
Firefox.
mother's. It's kind of like a familiar, but it's your mom's wildfire spirit.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what that is personally. Would is
Hold
it
on,
a
I'll show you a
druid
token.
thing?
Yeah, it's a druid of the fire, wildfire.
Okay.
See, I had plenty of time to think about this, right? He's like, if you burn down the
Yeah.
forest, you create life. Where else would he have learned that other than his mama? Who is a druid of the wildfire. So there's your firefox that is over there burning things.
Mhm.
And I figure that looks similar in height, not necessarily looking like they do. Is casually just, but you recognize the voices, so you know who these people are. Mom, Dad, what are
Okay.
you doing here burning this cave?
I know what they're probably doing there.
So what's next on your agenda before I tell you what's in the cave?
Well, I'd sort of just watch and gauge to see what's sort of happening.
As the smoke continues to bellow in, they go, okay, it's coming out. Back up, back up. Get the trap ready. Get the trap ready. Let's go. We got this. And they kind of like start backing away from the cave. And the wildfire spirit just kind of like waits for commands and then backs away. And then eventually at the mouth of the cave, we see a giant, what looks like a bear, but dire, like a dire bear, but it's completely white, almost like a polar bear, but just completely white with silver rushing through its fur and long extended claws, and it goes up on 2 feet and starts screaming at everybody. Then all of a sudden they start throwing out traps and nets and everything, trying to bring this creature down, quickly tying rope over end, and they got the other guys trying to force it to the ground. And yeah, you see them trying to capture this beast. What do you do?
Well, as a ferret, I'll scurry a bit closer. Sort of like trying to keep out of sight still. And then sort of bide my time. I know they're not going to hurt it. Well, they might hurt it, but they're not going to kill it. So I'll just sort of watch from the bush line.
Yeah, you see the elven ranger kind of like point his bow at it. It's like, you better settle down. You know what's good for you. And then the other female figure next to him kind of like brings a hand up to its fur and it tries to bite her, but she, don't you dare. And they got it like snared down. And then she kind of like pulls against his cheek. You're coming with us, whether you like it or not. And then you see like some other guys come out with this big old cage and they're trying to get this beast inside of it at this point.
Yeah. Again, I'm just gonna sort of watch. I'm not gonna intervene at the moment because I don't think there's anything I can do, like in the heat of the moment. So I'm gonna wait for things to cool down.
All right. So as this moment
Bide my time,
continues,
follow them back to camp.
yeah, as this moment continues, eventually through a series of like lashes and attacks, they try to weaken this beast down. And eventually they cast like a sleep spell on it as soon as it gets pushed all the way into the cage. And then they start restraining it while it's asleep. And then eventually they start pulling out. And they're constantly looking over their shoulders for any signs of anybody because of that familiar they shot down.
Mhm.
And then eventually they leave.
I'll follow them.
You can follow them for a little bit, and then eventually the cart is just faster than you are. Unless you have a different means. Like yours,
sorry. I mean, like, if I didn't know there was a cart or anything, so I'd probably try and like get onto the wheel arch, like scurry up before they leave, and then jump onto the
make a stealth check.
axle.
Stealth check to get in there. I don't think we need to do any acrobatics or anything. Ferrets are pretty nimble. They could probably fall from a high distance and it doesn't even bother them.
Yeah, that's true.
If I could lend you my stealth, I would.
Yeah.
You want to disappear from the campaign? Alvarez is here. Just roll the d20 plus 4.
Well, so plus
Yeah,
4
yeah. Yep. Roll the d4. Yep. Or yeah, plus 4 on that. So go ahead and roll again. You get advantage because you're small. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
One more time. Yeah.
Well, thank
All right.
goodness. It's not that one.
So 18. All right. So as they're going through all the work and closing up the gates, and as you come down scurrying on the tree, we're going to make perception to see if we see you real quick.
Mhm.
And then
Come on, be blind. Hey.
they go to the front of the carriage. You're underneath the wheel axle, and you start riding off with your folk. And that's the last we ever saw of Rast. I mean, what? All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and take a 5-10 minute break. I kind of like waited a while so that Moomy could at least get a decent amount of session in before she had to take off. So continue to play Stream Raiders with us as we go on break. And we'll be back here in about 5-10 minutes. Take your time, get something to drink. And we'll see you back here shortly. DR to the B. Uh, yeah, I don't think they're ready to come back, guys. But we're back. We're back from break. We are going to jump right back into this. Okay. So I guess we try to figure out how long Raz is going to be gone. So Raz, you're on the axle of this thing. Do you have any intentions to do anything intervening or anything? Like, are you just going to ride this to wherever they go?
Yeah, just if they go and camp and stop and that sort of thing. I'm wondering if it's like how late it's getting or whatever.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. We're getting to the hour point where or what? How long does yours last? A little bit longer than others, right? So how long?
3. I think it's 3 hours.
I will say at
at
least
the
an
moment.
hour
It's
passed.
a third of my druid level.
Yeah. So at least 1 hour passes, and
Okay.
you're still in your form. Like that's not a problem. But they eventually stop, and yeah, you see a campsite filled with other carts and crates.
hmm
You can see a giant lizard squished inside one of these carts. And they go to a tent at this point that's kind of like popped up. There's like a bunch of little tents popped up here. One that looks like a circus tent. And she steps off her wagon. The guy does as well. And they start heading into this tent to have a conversation. What do you do?
So who went? Just my parents and the other guys?
Well,
Are they
yeah,
still
the
on
other
cart?
guys are guarding the cargo. Like you can definitely see legs next to the cargo. Like they're just standing guard, making sure nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Okay. I'll probably follow them into the tent and have and listen and like kind of scurry under like the tent flap sort of thing. Like don't go through the door, just go around.
All right, make
To
me
get my
a
drift.
make me that dexterity check to stay invisible,
Cool.
and I will look up.
Still advantage, eh?
Yep.
So 17 to
Plus 4.
21.
So without anybody being able to see you pass, I don't know. Your mom might be able to see you pass.
21? Jesus.
Hold on.
Good luck.
Okay. I mean,
I've
you'd
got
be
an 18 wisdom and I still don't
You-
have 21 passive.
Yeah,
And I've
well,
got an
okay.
advantage on it.
She had 16. Let's check Daddy real quick because he is a ranger. I've seen some pretty sick. You know, passives on these
Passive.
types of classes. Okay, they're both 16, so they don't notice you.
Okay. Cool.
And you see them talking to a human man who is dressed in red, blue, and black tailcoat. And he kind of greets him. Ah, yes. What have you brought me today? What did you get? We found the albino bear that you were looking for. You'll see him outside. Really? Really? You fantastic, wonderful people. Don't you be touching my wife. I'll cut your hands off where they stand. Of course. Let's go take a look at the merchandise. And he escorts him outside to go look at it. You're inside the
Right,
tent
that's
at the
cool.
moment. You scurrying with, or
I'll take a look around the tent. Is anyone else in there?
not at the moment? There are like bunkers, like bunk trunks of sorts that are kind of like scattered throughout that might be containing stuff. Like this place is put together to be like a temporary camp and ready to be picked up at a moment's notice. So like everything that they might have at the ready is inside these trunks. And then there's like these little bunk areas that are temporary sleeping quarters.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll look around and see if there's anything interesting in the tent. While
Make-
I'm in there, like any.
Make an investigation.
Sure. Sort of turn out wrong.
You investigate this tent. You try to push open these chests to kind of like look in there, and all you can do is like flip the lock, like the little latch there, and it just keeps dropping down. You can't lift the entire thing, so you couldn't get in there. You quickly scurry around looking for something else. No, about the best thing you can find are like carnival-looking clothes. Like you can see outfits on a hanger that look like they're for like people who do trapeze acts. So there's like what is it? Like tutus and skirts like that for like female uh carnival people. And then there's like a big
Hmm.
old clown outfit that's kind of like hanging on one of the racks, and just a bunch of various clothes that kind of scream carnival.
Alright, alright. Okay, yeah, I kind of get the picture. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'll go back out and try and have a look for them again. If they're at the cart.
Yep, they seem to be at the cart, and there's this drugged up sleeping bear, a big white albino, just silverish going through its fur, and the carnival master is going over. Is like, wow, 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 this thing here will be perfect for our little show. All right, then I shall have the money set up right away, and we'll take this beautiful creature off your hands. And with that,
Um,
they
yeah, I'm
he-
pretty much just gonna be a fly on the wall until, like, if there's anything interesting you want to say, until they basically settle down. If they don't move off, I'm gonna head onto the bush, even if it takes a while. Then I'll sort of just hang around. Does it look like there's normal civilians and stuff as well, or is it only workers?
Yeah, there are several workers. Like I said, there are different cages here, and you can see like certain people bringing like buckets and trays over to these cages to either feed the animals or take care of them in some way.
Yeah. Okay. Do they have a uniform, or are they just ragtag?
Some of them are dressed in flamboyant clothing, but a lot of them are dressed in just ragtag outfits, like commoner gear.
Masks and stuff?
No, no, they seem generally looking like mostly humans, half elves.
No,
Couple
I'm saying
dwar-
are
They're not.
some of them wearing masks?
Okay, I'll put
Oh,
it to you this way: above table, they work for the
mhm.
carnival, but they're not dressed up to have a carnival.
Okay. Okay, sure. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Like that's
Okay.
the short and long of it.
Oh, the other thing I just wanted to check is I've been acting as if my voice hadn't changed since the reincarnate, but what's the actual verdict? Would it be the same,
It can be if you
or
want it to be.
whatever changed? Yeah, I'd like it to stay the same. Like for canon purposes as well, basically.
As you're kind of like, I don't know, where are you kind of like hiding? Like in an open area next to the cart or whatnot?
By the tent, just on the outside, like along the flap, sort of thing. Like basically under the tent flap. Picture that.
Make me a
Sticking my head
perception
out.
check.
Right. Oof, really.
You notice the little flame ball that your mom carries around with her, kind of like stalking around the tent, but it's staying like 5 feet away from it, and it's just kind of like pacing towards her, but it doesn't seem to notice you, but you notice it.
Okay. Hmm.
It's starting to walk right by you. What do you do?
I mean, I'll just pull my head in, sort of thing, to try and avoid the side.
Okay, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw.
Now, as it walks within 5 feet of you,
Oh, sure. So just basically a d20 because it's 19. Well, that was a check. I don't know what the save would be.
you take 5 points of fire damage as you all of a sudden lose your
Oh,
form, and this half orc appears. You got a quick moment to figure out what you're going to do. What are you doing?
Well, since I was halfway through the tent flap, I'll pull my head back in and look inside the tent, basically.
Okay.
So I'm not. Yeah.
Make a stealth check
and
as
then-
yourself.
Okay. 13. Great.
I mean, this guy's going to get advantage.
Although, like a quick note, did you prepare a certain spell today?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd have time to do it. Would I have time to cast Path of
What do you... I don't know if you would have time to realize you needed to cast it.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the fire spirit that your mother has turns towards you and sees you in your half-orc form, and then it just kind of like slowly stands there in front of you.
Hey, little guy. How are you?
It
Would I know
tilts
its
its
name?
head. What would
Not
you
that I
call
would
it?
say it, but
What would you call it? What
I
would
don't
you?
know. It's a
It's
Firefox.
just like the browser. It's always
Opera.
slow and call it opera. Sure.
Well, no, wait. What if he just knows that this thing always looks around all the time, so he literally called it browser?
Browser.
No, literally browser. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. It's like it's constantly looking around.
Yeah, so it's like tilting its head left to right. Like this might not be its actual name, but it's what you called it, right? Because your mother doesn't bring them out very often. And it just stares at you. Doesn't seem like it's trying to draw attention towards you or anything. It just seems to be looking at you like,
So if it's a fox, I can't speak with animals.
okay. You check.
And say, hey, you probably won't recognize me, but I know you.
Its ears kind of like flick towards you.
I don't know. Like background, would I have had a good like? I assume I would have or been around it a bunch, sort of thing. Like, does it have like a personality and stuff? I don't know.
Here's the
thing
thing.
itself.
Yeah, the reason why your mom doesn't bring it out around you is because if you stand within 5 feet of it, you have to make that dexterity saving throw or take a bunch of fire damage.
Sure.
So she doesn't bring it out while the kids are playing.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is like you've seen it from afar, but you never really got to meet him up close, and now it's like, oh. But it just stares at you, looking at you bewildered or questioning. Like it doesn't, like if it has a personality you're picking up, I would say you pick up that it's just being curious.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What does it do? Do you want something?
It walks in a circle in front of you and then just kind of like stares, and it looks like it barks, but it makes no noise.
It makes no noise. Okay.
Maybe the fires that are flickering around it might make some noise, but yeah, this thing's on fire.
No,
so-
yeah. No, I figured. I'll find like a little something on the ground, like a stick or a ball or something, and then like sort of throw it.
Okay, yeah.
Inside the tent, like, but not to like get yeah, I don't know, like out of the way sort of thing, not towards the cart.
Like
That
to the
makes sense.
side, left, like to the
Yeah.
left side of the tent or something. All right, so
To
you
the
like,
left, so yeah.
yeah, you've bend down, pick up a branch, quickly toss it to the left. Firefox watches it. I'll see if it goes after it. Hold on. Off it goes.
Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna go back into the tent and like sort of get dressed in like carny clothes sort of thing, so that I look like I'm one of the workers, basically.
Okay.
Um,
Is there a specific outfit you'd
and
like to
then use
pick out?
I don't
We got-
know.
we
Maybe
got-
like a clown.
Okay,
clown
here's your immediate
I like to
choices.
put makeup on.
We got tutus, we got leotards, and then we got the clown outfit.
Yeah, the clown outfit. Let's go for the clown
Fair
outfit.
enough, fair enough.
And then I'll put makeup on so that at least I look like yeah.
If you
'Cause
got
I've
a
got my
disguise
disguise
kit,
kit, right?
yeah, go ahead and roll your disguise
I
kit.
do.
Then.
And I'm proficient. Woo. Where is it? With what do I use? Dex, wisdom, Dex.
Dex.
Cool. 19.
All right. You're able to look like a clown. Not very hard for you to do.
Zing!
Well,
Bam.
zing.
Got him.
Wow, I've got one
All
of those flowers that squirt water.
Yeah.
Don't get too close.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll sort of I'll sort of walk up to the
As you start to
The
walk
cart,
out of the,
like,
as you start to walk out of the
what
tent.
out? What out?
Hold on, Raz. Hold on, Raz. You're getting ahead of yourself. You
Yeah.
start to walk. You're
yeah,
starting to
yeah,
walk
yeah.
out of the tent after applying your makeup. You're like, all right, I'm gonna go do this, right? And then all of a sudden, the Firefox jumps back in front of you and drops a burning stick to your feet.
Um, I'll find another stick, one that's not on fire.
Make a
and throw it
perception
again.
check. This time you need to make a perception.
Alright. Okay.
I'll give you a freebie,
Uh,
but the more you do it, the less there is.
Sure.
All right, you find one,
Okay, cool.
and you toss it again. Let's see if he's gonna bite. All right. He gets.
Don't buy it.
He looks in the direction, and he looks at you. He's like, "Why are you doing this to me? Why are you degrading me like this?" Kind of like looks. His ears look sad. He kind of like stares at you, like, "Why are you doing this to me?"
You done? Don't want to do it anymore? Alright, I want to pet it so bad, but it's on fire! Oh, my makeup might
Temptation's a
melt.
bitch. Temptation's a bit.
God. Fuck.
But you can walk past it
Yeah,
if you want.
definitely. Yeah, I'd sort of, I'd walk past it.
It stands
let's go.
like about 10 feet away from you, so you don't get burned, and just kind of like casually walks up. And where are you heading?
So I just walk around, sort of try and get an earshot of parents and person.
You managed to get, I don't know, how far do you want to get? Like 30, 20, 15, 5,
Sort of 20.
20?
Yeah.
And so yeah, they're finishing a deal. Like he's counting out gold. Got one of his fellow workers helping him count out the gold for him, and then they're handing it over to your mom and dad. And all right, well that concludes the business here, my friends. Take your leave, if you will, and I will let you know if I need you again in the near future. They kind of like nod and, all right, we're heading out, guys. Let's go. And they detach the cage to the back of their cart, and they jump into the cart and they start to ride off. As they ride off, the carnival master turns towards you and looks up from his cash and goes, "Hey, wait a minute. I don't recognize you." And then there's like 3 or 4 people pulling out weapons next to you. Who are you?
I'm here to interview.
Oh! Interview! Put the weapons
Yeah.
away. He's dressed for the interview. Come with me. So, puts an arm around your shoulder. What can you do? And drags you back into the tent.
I sort of look over the shoulder and see which direction the parents are going in.
Yeah, they're just heading out the same way they came in, for the most part. Like, that's the only road that leads here. And you could definitely see the Firefoxes back up there on the card as they leave. And then it just kind of poofs
Alright.
out of existence.
It's like, sorry, just 2 seconds. I get a little bit nervous. I just need to use the bathroom for a second.
Oh, dear
then-
Lord, you're one of those. Very well. Take your time. Take your time. Did I have any
And then
interviews
just-
for today? Yeah, as you're leaving, they're asking, did we have
Yeah.
somebody planned? I don't remember. And then, yeah, where do you go?
Um,
I go do a poo and
I'll
I
follow
come
them.
back from my interview. No,
yeah, go, obviously, come back from my interview.
obviously, right? No,
Uh,
okay. So you're gonna
yeah.
go trail after them some more? How do you wish to do that? They are currently on a cart that is definitely faster than 30 feet per round.
Yeah, so I'll sort of like get out of sight and oh god. We already know they just shoot at fucking owls for no reason.
Well, you just have to be stealthier than Benedict.
Yeah, sure. Should we use old trusty fly?
mean, I don't know if a fly can keep up, to be honest.
Flies are pretty fast. It's a horse. It's not like it's driving it at like 100 miles an hour.
But they're usually flying fast because they are in contingency with the velocity that they're captured in.
Just for FYI, Raz, my warhorse has a speed of 60 feet.
Yeah,
Whereas
60
a fly,
feet per
if I'm
second.
at the very least, when an imp turns into a fly, I think they get a 40-foot flying speed.
Okay.
Oh my god, let's see if somebody's actually given a fly movement speed. I'm gonna look it up.
A movement
Hold on,
speed.
but you continue.
No, I know for a
Continue.
fact that there isn't one.
Are
I've
they
looked for one.
galloping though? That's the other thing. Like,
You know
your
what? We'll
warhorse
look up
may-
actual fast. How fast can a fly fly? What an interesting way to put that.
Yeah.
A fly may travel as far as 13 miles from its. Well, I don't care about that. It can go 5 miles per hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't know how
like.
far that.
We'll say that's 20 feet per round.
Okay.
So like, I feel like
yeah.
6 is the average for like walking speed and combat things and stuff. Anyway, interesting.
I don't know.
How fast can a fly fly?
Oh, pardon. Apparently, when it's not an imp, it's a claw. Or no, it's an imp. When an imp transforms into a fly, it gets a 60-foot flying speed.
Hmm.
Oh wait,
All right.
oh damn it!
That
No,
doesn't
maybe
sound-
it's the closet. No,
Either-
yeah, that's. And I'm looking at the wrong place.
I would
think.
just say those are demonic flies. So get out of here.
Demonic read.
Yeah. Like you
I
had
don't
all the
know.
time in the world for your attack to go off last time. Now you're dealing with a cart that is hurrying away from here.
I feel like this is a break in the scene. Maybe somebody else should have done it.
Oh yeah. I just want to determine. I just want to determine how long you're out, and then if they have time to try to find you or not. So I would
Oh,
say like
sure.
at least an hour has passed.
Okay.
And I think. See, whenever a familiar dies, does the master know instantly? Like I don't think they would know until they try to summon him, right?
I think that would be up to DM interpretation. Like, you could probably at least argue like a disturbance in the forest kind of thing.
I will say that there's a different disturbance keeping her distracted that she thinks that Benadir is still there.
She's a
Yeah,
little
there's a
preoccupied.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out what all these gifts mean. But and then she finds out they're nothing but memes instead of gifts. But yeah, Alvarez, you said you want to go to the jewelry shop across the street?
You can continue with them for a little bit. I'm researching real quick.
All right, sure, I can do that too. I was just trying to input anything that she might realize. But so Dr. Raka, about an hour passes. You guys are still hanging out here. You haven't heard back from anybody yet.
Doctor, they seem to be taking quite a while.
Castle Dress must have started a fire.
Actually, Doctor kind of like peeks his head out the window real quick.
Check.
It's like, no fire. They might just like shopping, I suppose.
What a perfect date. Yeah,
I mean, out of character, really, there's nothing we can do, and we just think they're out shopping. There's not really much that can be done. We got 2 patients that can't really do anything, and they're healing, and I'm just.
Yeah, so Raz, what's your plan?
God damn it.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry, buddy. I don't have.
We need to figure out we need to figure out how long Raz is out. That was the whole premises of me keeping up with you. So,
Yeah,
Raz,
I'm back.
like, oh yeah, Average, we'll get back to you in a second, but I already turned to Raz.
Sorry, Raz.
Like, okay, just tell me this much.
So there's no. Yeah.
You got a shape, right? You can be shaped still, right?
I could. Yeah, I can do one.
Alright.
I don't really want to use it though. God. Well, how fast are they moving though? That's the other thing. Like, are they galloping on their horse? Like, they're on a cart, right? They're not like it's not like it's a single horse.
No,
I feel like
yeah,
a
They-
person
they-
can
uh,
keep up on foot.
it would be a hassle to try to run and catch up to him. Like, I'm not saying you can't do it, but it would probably require an athletic check eventually or a constitution check to see if you can't keep up. At least in your
Yeah,
half orc form.
let's try that.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. So they got a little bit of a head start because you got caught by the ringmaster who tried to pull you in for an interview. Then you told him you had to go poop, and then you're like, all right, I got to go get him. You're running
I
in your
gotta do
giant
shit.
clown shoes. Can
I'd
you
probably
imagine?
take clown shoes off. I don't know if
Yeah,
I'd
that-
keep those on. I don't really need to keep up your appearance.
You got a
I'll still have the
10-foot
makeup on and shit.
Yeah, so this big old clown is just rushing through the forest to catch up. Roll me in athletics. This is to see how fast you can keep the pace.
Oh,
Like, can you get
Athletics
up
is
to him?
a strength thing.
Athletics.
Is that really? All right.
Athletics is
Sure.
strength.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, you know,
Well-
I got a slightly bigger.
You're a druid, though. You know, you're not made for this. This isn't your specialty. You start panting right away. Give me a Constitution saving throw or fall flat on your face.
Oh God.
Oh.
That's.
Okay, you managed to stay on your feet. And you're like getting a second wind. Go ahead and make me another athletics. We'll see if we can catch up again.
Okay.
Like as soon as this falls flat twice,
Hey.
that's all right. All right, so you rush. I would say you get within 30 feet of the back of the carriage, and this is the moment. What are you trying to do here? Like you caught up to him. You know you can push that distance on the next turn, but that doesn't
I want to
mean
keep
you.
pace now.
Okay, so are you on the road or are you on the side? Like, how are you keeping pace? Like, if you're keeping pace, they're looking for people who are following them.
Well, how fast are they going? That's the question. Like, will I be able to keep up stealthily or no?
No,
It's surprising that they can't hear your thunder thighs.
Yeah. Like, you're almost in that range where I'm about to ask you for a stealth check, but I don't think you can make a stealth check trying to keep a hurried pace because that's what you're doing. You're rushing to get closer, so there's no stealth you can do to do that. So,
Okay.
I mean, you could try to keep yourself on the side of the road, but that's still not going to put into question whether or not they notice you or not. So,
Sure.
what do you do?
This is a bit difficult to think.
This is what happens when you have your own art.
Yeah.
We were expecting you to bring Rocco with, but you decided to stick around for a while.
I was
It's
about to
not
say,
my
like,
fault
you
that
gotta-
it
you
got
gotta put
shot
the-
out of the fucking sky. I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
like,
find
you
where they
also
camp
went to
is,
that
but
sky.
they're not stopping.
No, they're not stopping. And the Firefox sniffed you out. It's like, hey, how's it going, buddy?
Sure. I mean, okay. God.
There are other creatures you could turn into.
Yeah, but then I won't have another one to escape if I need to. That was the whole problem last
Why
time.
don't you
I'm trying
just
to look-
try to escape
Oh, I've got
now and
polymorphs,
follow
right?
them? Yeah, okay, I'm not. Okay, I can't offer you any help. I'm sorry.
I mean, well, you're welcome to. Why not?
I'm welcome to.
Um,
All right, make an intelligence check. We'll make this a DM intervention here if you want. Like, this is you trying to think of this ideal yourself. This running that you're doing right now, it's gotta work. Like, they can't hear you. Don't worry. I feel like this is deja vu. Didn't this happen once before? You feel like this is the best plan of action. Nothing could go wrong if you just run up there and just keep pace with them as they see you running on the side of the road. Perfect plan.
Of course. God damn it. Alright, yeah. A wild shape into probably like a nondescript bird, like something that sort of like blends in with the surroundings. Not like a
you can go hawk.
special freaking out.
Yeah, you want to become a hawk?
I don't know, I feel like they'd still try and shoot a fucking hawk because it's strange.
Ravens?
Yeah, like I don't know, like one of them, like a weaver or something that's like completely indescript.
I'm just
There
saying,
was,
like,
like,
an owl
commonly
is
found.
definitely not something you see during the daytime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
Something I don't think they're gonna just shoot on sight.
Want to be a duck?
A duck. Well, yeah, fine. Let's go for hawk, whatever.
Yeah. So you transform into a hawk, and at this point, you're able to fly up into the air, and you can scout them from above. So make a perception check, kind of like
Okay.
keep up with them from the air and get a safe distance. And then I'll just have you roll a. I don't think I'll have you roll. Like as long as you just kind of like keep an eye on them, I'll give you this.
All right. Yeah, I'll basically just follow them for as long as they sort of on the road. I don't know what time it's getting to if they have to stop making camp, but I've got probably how many hours?
Well,
Uh,
you have
what about 3?
4 hours on us, right? Or 3.
Yeah, yeah. I think 3 or
So
4. I think it's divided by 3. So yeah.
4.
Next, is it 4? Okay.
You're level 8 right now, so
Yeah.
cut it in half.
Oh, is it in half? Okay, yeah, 4 hours.
So with this, you're in a hawk form, and let's see, what time did I give you guys being here? I assume it's probably around 2 in the afternoon when you got to Altara, and now that you're spending your time, that's at least 2 hours later, so that puts us about 3 p.m.
All
Could
right.
be around 3:30 to be more exact, but you know, it's in halfway between that hour. They continue traveling, and it seems that they go for a while. Like they look like they're trying to make their way out of the forest, and you see them exit
Away
out.
from the
Yeah,
everything.
eventually you find them going to the crossroad that leads out of the forest from where you came in
Mhm.
at the beginning,
Yeah.
and they start traveling towards Gillian Cove.
So, like on the road towards Gillian Cove, like I'm fairly sure that they're going to Gillian Cove.
You're fairly sure they're going to Gillian Cove.
All right. And how long do I have on my wild trip?
I think you still have a good couple hours. Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Like I
Then
think
I'll
you can make it
make my way
back if you need to.
Yeah,
But
I'll try and make my way back.
are you gonna go all the way to Gillian Cove with them to find out where they are, or are you just gonna head back?
Where is the Dr. Smith spawn?
Uh, he kind of parked a little bit north of the road so that people wouldn't just like directly walk up to the airship. But
Yeah.
you do
I
see
mean,
the
close
airship
to the elf village or close
right there on the outskirts of Dondra Forest. Like
outskirts of Dondra. Okay.
yeah, he could not land in the forest. So
All right. Yeah. Okay. So. Uh. Hmm. See, this is the issue. Damn. I
decisions,
would
my
love to
friend,
go
you
and
need to
speak.
make them.
Oh, he doesn't even know that I'm an orc. Never mind. Yeah, I'll just follow them. As far as I can, sort of thing.
Oh my God, who's this? Push him off the cliff.
Uh-huh.
All right, so yeah, you follow the parents for a little while longer. They seem to check the wagon into a nearby stable, and they seem to be checking themselves into a nearby tavern or an inn.
Yeah.
So you think they will be
Okay.
here
Well.
tonight?
Okay. And then so I've got no time left on the
You probably got about
on
an hour
the
and a
watch.
half on it. About an hour and a
Hour
half,
and a
maybe a
half.
little
Okay.
more.
So seeing them settled down there, I'll go and okay, fine. I'll end there and then sort of take an hour's rest, sort of thing, and try and regain the out of sight sort of thing in the forest somewhere.
I
And
will
then
say that
just try and
that's the thing. Should I go with the rule that I made, or should I go with the rule I've been using?
Is a rule you made?
Oh yeah, yeah. You only get one short rest per day
Okay.
because I didn't want that stuff getting abused, especially whenever like there's not that much happening a day. So I don't know. Maybe I'll make it 2 a day. Okay, so you're
Alright.
going to spend a whole hour just kind of like idling here, trying to just perch and leave your friends not knowing for another hour.
Yeah, I don't care about them.
Okay, guys, you
I
heard him.
forgot.
You heard him. He wasted your time, so he's just making sure he never comes home. So, Alvarez, let's go back to you, and then we'll see where everything winds up.
All right.
All right, so what do we want to do?
I wanted to walk into the jeweler.
Into the jewelry you go. A fine
And I'm going to
elven.
immediately switch into Elvish.
Very well. And this time there's
So,
no grass to translate. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
well, I was looking for a couple rings, if you might have some in stock.
Kind of like shows his hand off, showing like 4 rings on his fingers. You see, I have a few of them. What are you looking for?
In particular, something that might help with a little bit of fire resistance.
Oh, fire resistance. It's a hot.
That's why you're having it in Elvish, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Why
You
is
don't
he
know,
as-
Kazo.
No, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why I got this staff.
I'm so confused why she doesn't know Elvish when she's got that tongue chip. Like, why?
I mean, don't Kalishtar know Elvish naturally? I'm confused too. Let's see here. This is one of those rings I'm gonna probably have to roll for. Oh, good news. He's got a fiery looking ring that will resist such things for about 1200 gold.
I will take that one. The other one that I had in mind may be a little bit harder to get your hands on.
I mean, I have my
As I
hands
was-
on a lot of rings. What do you need?
Oh, well, this one. Something to put spells in and retrieve at later use.
Well, we're just looking up. You're right. This might be one. This might be the wild one. But I will roll to see if he has it.
Come on.
Not today, I'm afraid.
Well, at any rate, I would really enjoy the fiery looking one that you have, and that should do.
Very well then. 1200 gold, my friend, and this fiery ring is all yours.
You said 100 gold or
1200.
1200?
Yeah, 1200 gold.
You did say 100 originally, and I was like, what?
No,
Yeah.
I said 1200, so maybe my 12 got confused. We'll blame Discord. I said 1200.
I'll take it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's why I was like, why is he so eager to take it then? But still, I'm like, he's throwing around money. He'll take anything. All right.
Yes, so that's 120 platinum.
All right. Next. Dream Raiders is up.
And that's going to end the rest of my shopping, and I will return back to the, if
Yep.
possible, return back down to the church.
Absolutely. Like you and Casual Dress come back to the church, which I would say at least an hour and a half has passed. At least in that timeline. So like you guys are together and there's still no sign of Raz.
So,
So
Did they come back to the temple?
yeah, they're back to the temple. Yeah, just told you that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry.
See, I
yeah,
told you
that's
this
where I was
was.
saying I was
It's like, all right. Just
headed
making sure.
back to.
Where exactly did you leave Raz again?
Well, you see, he turned into a ferret, and I had Benadir take him to a fire that he saw somewhere.
Wait, so you let him go off by himself into danger again, just like he did at the fortress?
I mean, he said he was going to come right back.
Yeah, the fortress went well.
And he obviously hasn't, so where is he?
I
Uh,
just had a sickening thought, Raka.
Yes, Doctor.
Now, imagine if Raz, while investigating, came across dear mother and father.
uh,
That
And-
wouldn't be good at all. They would probably try to kill him on sight if they found him.
Would they?
Or
Yeah,
even
so-
worse, what if he wanted to get to them before you did?
that bastard.
You think he's trying to stop me from seeking vengeance for my mother?
It is entirely possible. Who knows what's going on in that head of his? Just thinking out loud.
He
God
knows
knows.
how he knows how I feel. Like the whole reason I even became a nature paladin was because of what was going on, and to help him. No, he
Well, the
wouldn't,
fact
would
of the
he?
matter is, he is away and you are still here.
Now,
Meanwhile, Dress is hiding behind her new staff that's wrapped up still.
I may have a way to try and find him if he is not too far away from us.
Ah.
Yeah.
And specifically, Raz, give me something that you wear normally, like an object that you would normally wear or have.
I mean,
Something
the
I would definitely
necklace.
notice. The necklace, that's what I was
That
thinking.
would probably, yeah, that'd probably be the only thing that's like.
I
I'll
would
have
like
when
to
I'm in
use
Animal
locate
Handling.
object to see if I can sense his necklace within 1,000 feet.
1,000.
Apparently, he dropped it on the way out of the church. It's right. No,
Oh, nice.
no, you don't get a
Right
ping.
here.
Yeah, it's like a fifth of a mile.
It was, hey, I don't try not to metagame, have no clue where he's at, so I figured
No,
I'd.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. What was I actually
So
looking up here?
I'll say I just tried to locate his necklace, and I'm not getting a sense from anything within 1,000 feet of here. So where did he take off to? We must go after him.
You're sitting there on a wild goose chase, Raz. What the fuck, dude?
I've got my reasons.
All right.
I legitimately have reasons.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying.
Did you
That was very suspicious. No, I'm insensitive and I'm questioning my choices.
Well, I questioned them too because you didn't know what to do at the beginning, and now you're telling me you're confident. I'm like,
No, I'm not. I didn't know how I wanted to act them out. I just.
I mean, you could have
I did
gathered
what I
your
wanted.
party and then end this tonight, but you decided to delay this till next week.
It's not my
Well,
fault. He was like, they
I
decided to go back to
have
Julian Cove.
an insight.
Yes, doctor.
I'm supposing that if we were to return to the airship for at least somewhat of a clearer view of the forest,
You know, that's probably not a bad idea, getting an aerial view.
Maybe we could find that fire.
What fire? What fire?
The one that he was talking about. He saw smoke, so he went to go investigate.
That seems like a fair place to start at any rate. Not much else to go on.
So Rocco will go back over to Camden and Elsha. Say, I know you aren't quite healthy for battle at this point, but do you think you could travel? We're looking at going back to the airship. We may have lost one of our companions, and we need to find him. There's more than enough room for you to heal up there.
I mean, won't be able to walk or anything like that. Legs are
Well,
still
that's not
kind
a
of stunned.
problem. I still have my trusty warhorse Yotterl outside. He can provide you transportation while we go back.
Ugh. I kind of like look at each other and kind of like shrug. I mean, if you want to carry us out of here, though I feel a little strange with being carried out. And
I mean,
the dwarven priest comes back in. You know, you could just leave him here for a couple days. Like, that will be fine. If you want to come back for them when they're healthy. But if you feel like you must take care of them, then I will not stop you.
well, and I'll look down at them and go, you know, if you'd like to stay here, you're more than welcome. But if you'd like to be hired for another job, you could come with us.
Make a persuasion. This will determine whether or not they're going to risk their health. Do a general insight. We'll give them a +3.
Ouch.
Yeah. So they kind of like, I can't even fend for myself, and you're gonna put us on a horse. I don't think that's very fair. Like, what if something attacks us and then we're left defenseless? It's all the same to you. We'll stay here for now, and then once we're feeling better, we'll try to find you, or you come back and get us.
We'll be easy to find. At the very least, if you can't find us, if you see an airship in Gillian Cove still there, that's more than likely where we'll be staying. And when you do get back on your feet, like I said, if you'd like to go after those elves after what they did to you, I'm more than welcome to hire a couple more adventurers for our group. You catch my drift?
I did wonder why that Smith made these business cards. As he provides a business card with the guild's name on it.
They, Cadman looks at it, it's like, wait a minute, you guys are from Shandor?
That is correct.
We were supposed to head back there when we got done here. Yeah, we'll look you up when we get back then, if you're heading back. Otherwise, yeah, we'll look for you in Gillian Cove first.
Very well then. Now remember proper posture, and for the love of gods, don't overeat.
They both look at each other like, what?
Unless you want to put your body back in shock, you'll listen to what I have to say.
Oh,
Speaking of food, are you guys hungry at all? I do have some snacks.
oh.
You're just trying to get everyone fucking hot.
I mean, we just ate a small bowl of porridge each, but I think that's all we can eat for today, right,
How can
Doctor?
you eat this pie?
If you value your health, yes.
Yeah, I'm afraid we're gonna have to take a soft pass on that. Maybe next.
Well, fine. More for me. And he'll eat a couple of his peanut butter cookies.
Okay. Make a Constitution save. No.
Like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that I bought from that shop. If you turn them into random things,
Peanut butter
I
and
don't even
toenail
care.
cookies.
No, you don't.
That would be so funny.
No, only the pies seem to be affected by something, but everything else seems natural and good.
Okay.
And
This one does need to build his strength. As he just like pats his bulging arm.
All right. As yeah, what's the agenda, guys? Like you're leaving here, heading where?
I'd say we're heading back to Jillian Cove to get back on the airship and try and get an aerial view.
Oh,
That sound about right?
well, the airship is actually just outside the forest
That's
as
true.
far as we.
Yeah.
So like it's not too far of a walk in that respect.
Well, yeah. Sorry. Back to the airship in general.
Yeah. I mean, it'll take you at least an hour to get through the forest to get back to where it is, but yeah, eventually you'll get there. And nothing else. Like it's getting later in the afternoon. It's probably around 4ish at this point. And yeah, you can see the airship kind of concealed between some trees and shrubbery, but damn old airship is like standing out like a sore thumb, right? And as you approach the airship, you hear a loud "ah!" and a green goo appears next to you as you get close to the ladder as a goblin gets pushed off and smashed to the ground. And stay off of my airship, you little gremlin! No, you're back! Come on aboard!
Memories.
He pushed off
Were
the
you
goblin.
having trouble, Professor, while we were gone?
Apparently, this one proclaimed himself king, and I decided to test his mettle, and now he is no more.
Prior?
I hope not.
No.
Sound off.
Remember the previous Goblin King?
Oh God. Rest.
And you-
Oh, then this really is memories. God.
So yeah, there's like a thorny crown that's on the ground out there. They thought they could recommend or commandeer my ship, and I said no. Can you imagine like a level 2 or 3 goblin coming up against a level 20 artificer? But
No, what are you talking about?
so I see you're all back, almost all of you. Where's your drow friend?
And Rock is just kind of shaking his head. Alvarez, you were there. Would you like to explain to the professor what happened?
He saw smoke, went to go investigate the fire, and that's the last we've heard of him.
And the party's not going to mention the fact that he's a half orc now, but that's hilarious.
yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I hate to hear that about your drow friend, but you know. So he went off on his own to do what exactly? Check a fire?
Go find the source of this fire. Apparently, he saw smoke.
Well, then let's take
Oh,
to the
and-
air and see if we can find it.
And one other thing, Professor, just for your information. He's not quite a drow anymore.
Well, he always kept dressing up as a high elf.
Oh no, there's no more disguise. He may have been reincarnated into a half-orc.
Kind of like process that for a moment. I will have to see that for myself. But for now, let's see if we can find him to begin with. And with that, Professor Smithersmine will take the airship into the air, and all of you with it. I will switch the music, and please don't forget to play Stream Raiders with us. We're doing pretty good on the battle so far. Somebody now placing a troop. Alright, so the airship lurches into the air, and with Kazildress's help and direction, she guides the ship towards the location where the smoke was coming from. Eventually, he's able to kind of like descend into the forest a little bit, but he can't quite get all the way down. So there's a small smoke that is still coming up from where there was a brush fire near the edge of a cave. And like you can see this over the ship. So unless you want to get down on the ground and investigate, like right now you have an aerial view of probably about 50 to 60 feet above the cave in question.
Well, this was the direction it was coming from, but he was a ferret.
Oh,
we need
then-
to at least try and go. Oh, go ahead, Professor.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is he dead then?
I have no clue.
Do we have a way to
I-
check to see if he's still alive?
I tried to locate him by locating his necklace, and I couldn't get a sense, and I can't do that again.
How
I
long
could call Benadir back, but I'm afraid Benadir might be with him. So,
Well,
Yeah, no.
Khazadras, can't you see through Benadir if he's
oh,
close enough
yeah,
to
right.
you?
Well, yeah, he has to be within range. So, yeah.
Well, you could at least try and see if you can look through Benadir, and that would at least tell us if he's around here.
Yeah, she will attempt, but as you know, she doesn't succeed.
Mhm.
He must be too far away.
Sure.
Well, this is where the trail's led to. The only way we're going to be able to try and trace it further is if we go down to that fire and investigate.
I guess just looking around to see if there's like a potential like clearing for them to like stop the airship at and then make their way to the location.
He does have a rope ladder that can throw down about 40 of the feet, but as far as like finding a close enough location to even get to landing, like he would have to leave the forest because there's just too many trees. Like this forest is thick, boys.
Well, I did not prepare my falling solution today.
Your
However,
Your what solution? Permanent solution? I mean, I'm a little confused here.
falling solution
Oh, the falling
to
solution.
slow this to reduce the effect of a fall on an individual.
I really need to fix this name. It's spelled wrong.
Actually, like how far are they?
60 feet in the air.
And the rope goes 40.
Yep. So there's only like a 20-foot drop.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll drop
It's
20
like-
feet. That's not a problem.
Actually, though, the doctor can. Actually, the doctor has a solution for this one. Does anyone have a platform?
I have rowboats on the side. I don't know why I left them there, but there they are. Oh yes, to get away from the sharks. How could I forget?
So, well, I did not prepare my other solution. However, I could levitate someone the rest of with a platform large enough to contain them.
Apparently the professor has Featherfall. I mean, if you're desperate to get down there, I could just Featherfall you as soon as you jump. Do you trust me?
Distrustful.
we fly in your airship. This couldn't be much.
You say that. Ah. He waits till you get to the 59-foot mark and then he does it because he's an asshole like that? No. Any second now. Ah, those cries of fear that I hear. They feed my still the fit. Oh, there you go. So yeah, if you want to feather fall down, the doctor will help, or professor will help.
What does the professor's feather fall look like?
Good question. Let me think about that for a moment. I would say like you know how he has his Modron going around, right? I would say like it looks like a bunch of steel balls, kind of like the what is it, the fly thing on the Quidditch thing that just kind of like floats around, right? Little object with wings, and it just goes around each of you, and it just creates a velocity sphere around you, and then you just slowly descend because you're in the middle of this ring of this creature that is buzzing around you.
It's like, just like, ding.
And then once you reach ground level, they fly back up to Professor Smither's Pond to be rekindled as the magic expires. If you ever need backup, just throw me a message.
Thank you, Professor. And as we come down, I'd like to make an investigation of the area and see if we can find any clues.
All right, gang, let's play
Doctor
Scooby-Doo.
shall
Let's
do the
roll
same.
for investigation. Anybody who wishes. Nice. What time are we looking at? I got about 30 more minutes, and then we can do some stuff, all right? What do you want? Sorry, I'll be right back.
Slowly but surely, the Doctor and Raka are getting on the same wavelength.
All right, cool.
Yeah, yearly we are.
Apparently. But you could flash a genius if you wanted to. So the structure of this burning pit seems to be made to like just push smoke into this cave. Do you wish to go into the cave at all or no?
Can we see into the cave at all? Is there any, or is it just completely dark inside?
It's dark inside. The lip of the cave probably has a little bit of sunlight from what you have left in the day, but the sun is starting to get closer to setting.
I have 60 feet of dark vision. Does that help?
Oh, it'll help a little. The cave really doesn't go
You
in
also
that
have
deep.
you also
go-
have a sword.
I mean, there's,
Oh, that's right. I do have a sword.
you got things if you want to do it. You know, I'm just here to tell you that
So
there's-
yeah, I'll pull out my radiant longsword, and it will shed bright light 30 feet into the cave.
All right, yeah. You shed light into the cave, and yeah, as you kind of like look in, you can see like little bits of like residue smoke that's just kind of like pressing its way out. Like the cave is just finally airing out for the last bit. But judging from the fire, it looks like it was made several hours ago, which kind of matches up to the time you lost track of Raz.
Okay. Also, with this investigation, do we notice any like tracks leading away from here, or anything that can tell that there was somebody here and the direction they may have gone?
There's a lot of grass that has been burned away, like something with small feet have been like burning the ground. And then there's like several tracks of humanoid nature that are kind of like coming towards and from a location where tire tracks kind of begin. And then as you're looking at the foot of the cave where the cave turns into dirt, you can see like sharp claw marks of some creature that came out of it. The cave stands about, like the opening of this cave is about 40 feet up. And then it just kind of like concaves inward into the earth a little bit. And as it concaves in, you know, you start to see like the back of the cave where there looks like there was a big creature back there that was just hibernating or sleeping.
So I'll look at the doctor and, Doctor, I think I have a hypothesis. Would you like to hear it?
Eerily, eerily accurate hypothesis. Let's go.
Raz
Frank, you
is
may
dead.
present it.
So it does appear that there was some kind of creature here. We know that Raz's parents like to hunt these, or like to hunt creatures of different sorts. And if he was here, or at least came here and he didn't, maybe he stumbled upon them and who knows? But it does appear at least that there was some kind of creature here and that it was smoked out of this cave and that it's not here anymore. And I do see these tracks going, so it appears that that may be our next lead, is to possibly follow these tracks. What do you think?
It does line up with. It does line up with my line of thinking back at the temple. And you would be right. If we were to discern what has happened to mischievous Raz, we should try to follow these tracks.
That little stinker. So, what's the intent here? You guys gonna follow the tracks on foot, or are you gonna try to get back in the airship, see if you can keep an eye on things? What's the intent?
Do they even seem big enough to follow from the air?
I don't think they are. Yeah, like they're like, even as you were like looking in the tree thickets, like yes, there's paths here, but the trees spread out so wide that these trees have branches that stretch out and canvas almost the entire thing. Like, it's amazing that this cave had like an opening because the cave was there, kind of like blocking tree growth from there. But yeah, this Donder Forest is a thick forest.
If we wish to follow these tracks to locate Raz, it appears we must do so by foot.
Quick question, still. Has it been an hour since? Because whatever happens with what I'm planning, it will determine whether or not we can cut this.
They're still catching up to your timeline.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Like, I think they're still catching up to your timeline. It might be another half hour before they're actually where you are. And then from there, you're
Okay.
making your short rest. So we gotta see what they do for an hour. See, this is your chance. You should have made it back to the party. You could have had everybody playing with you, but no, you went by yourself.
Well,
I hope you're getting your money's worth. That's all I got. I'm kidding.
I'm interested to see what his plan is. I mean, last time he had a pretty crazy escape from that.
All right. Well, how about
fortress,
this?
so-
How about this? You guys tell me what your intent is at the moment. Like, you're gonna follow these all the way to where the carnival is, and then I'll just kind of
Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be Raka's intent, would be to try and follow the tracks because it's the only lead that he has.
All right. So I would say like one of you messages Professor and let him know what you're doing. Right.
messages how?
That's why I'm asking.
We have
Does anybody have a message?
about it.
Hold on. There might be one.
Kaza?
I mean, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure Alvarez did.
Oh wow, she doesn't have it either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
out.
no, I don't have it either.
I don't think anybody has messages.
Oh, it's oh, you know what? I think it's because I'm assuming you're referring to Kaz's address, because I'm pretty sure she gave Ash address message. I think
Well,
that's how
Ash-
that was.
Yeah, well, Castle Dress doesn't have it, unfortunately. So with that said,
What's her range?
with her, oh yeah,
The telepathy.
Yeah.
I do not remember.
I don't either. Let me take a look at that.
It's
And
not far. I'm pretty sure it's
I
ridiculous.
think she can go 80 feet with it now. I believe she can go 80 feet. It's like 10 feet per level, right? So yeah, I think technically she could do it, right? She could do it with that in
Yeah.
mind, yeah. Like that's probably why she never picked up message, because she's got that inner ability.
Yeah, true.
But let's see here. What's it called? It is called.
Message is also
Mental-
not that long of a range.
No, you have resistance. Mind link. That's what it is. Okay. There is a catch 22 to it. You can speak telepathy to any creature you can see, provided the creature is within a number of feet of you equal to 10 times your level. So she can go 80 feet. So unless Professor Smitterspawn is not looking over, then she can't do it. But I'll say for this, he's probably looking over to make sure that you guys are okay. And she could send a message. What do you want her to say?
Well, Mega, that would be yours. Since you're playing, girl, she gave you control, right?
Hold on.
Well, seems like there are tracks that we gotta follow. So, I guess maybe either park somewhere outside the forest or just go to Jillian Cove and we'll find you later.
Amazing that you can talk like that from all the way down there. I must do some research later on, and we should have a conversation. How about this? I will try to keep an eye on you guys, as long as you keep that sword lit. I might be able to follow you through the thicket.
Okay.
Very well then.
All right.
Alright then. Alright then, there you go. So he pulls up the rope ladder and he starts to fly up a bit and keep an eye on you guys as best he can. So you guys make survival to your tracking. Professor Smithersmile will do his as well to keep an eye on you. Who would like to make that survival check?
I got no modifier to that.
I have a 4 to survival.
Okay. Go for it, Doctor.
It's like, would anyone like to offer help, or...
Oh yes, I will definitely be helping you.
Yeah, you got this. Alright, go.
You know, like, we can't guarantee anything. You see, that
No.
first one would have been an 11.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Mm.
Alright,
Yeah.
so we know what they're doing for the next couple hours. And then that'll probably be the scene we end on. So Raz, we come back to you. You wanted an hour
Alright.
short rest? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
You start your hour short rest. Now back to you guys. No, just kidding.
Woo.
Alright. Now, alright, so what's the plan?
Okay. All right. So I'll approach the inn that they settled at, and
How
assuming
do you
it's just a
approach?
normal inn, I'll just go check.
How do you
I'll
approach?
just go in.
No, I need to know how. Like, did you switch back? You still had time in your form.
Oh,
Are you
even
going in
after
as
an
a
hour?
half orc?
Okay, yeah, no,
Oh,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll be going in. Okay.
Okay, so you switch back to your form, and then you go in as a half.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah. Yeah.
just checking.
All right. So where they're sitting at a table eating.
Let me take a look at Jillian Cove real quick.
Wait, we're in Jillian Cove already? I thought we were.
You're in
between
Jillian.
Cove.
You're in Jillian Cove because that's where they.
Yeah,
eat.
no, you've been doing
Oh, I
your
thought you
short
said
rest
they
in
were
Julian
going
Cove.
into an inn.
Yeah,
Oh,
they went
okay.
into an inn in Jillian Cove, and you didn't
Oh,
tell me
in
you
Jillian-
left
okay,
there.
sure.
So you're still in
I didn't
town, as far
realize
as I
all
know,
the way
right?
there. Okay. That's fine.
No.
I just didn't. I thought we were between Jillian Cove. I forgot it was really damn close to Dondra.
It was damn close. I mean, why else would you be in this city to begin with? You knew it was damn close where you needed to go. So you find yourself going into the Golden Goblet, and this portly woman who spends her time reading while running the day-to-day at the inn kind of like stares up from her book as you walk in. Need a room? Need drinks? What is it?
Just drinks for now, thanks. I'll decide later.
Sydney, we
Oh,
got a
okay, I'll-
customer. This half-elf
Oh,
woman
yeah.
comes out with silver hair and kind of matted and takes your order.
Just Ale. Never drank before. Ale.
Very
That's
well
what they
done.
call it.
Yeah, that's what they call them. You've got it. You hit the nail right on the head, and she gets you a ale.
And then yeah, I'll be looking around to see Do I see them?
At a glance, you don't see them. Make a perception check though.
Sure.
Take your time because I'm over here placing chicken.
Yeah. Found it. 27.
You
I
do
am perceptive
recognize
orc.
one of the burly men that were in their party, just kind of like in a dark corner drinking by himself.
Okay, yeah, ask the waitress. The two elves come by with a group of about 5. You see
Uh,
them?
Make a persuasion.
Mm-hmm. Persuasion, so bad, but it's 10. Feels bad. It's really
Okay, so here's the deal. She looks at you
Uh-huh.
and she shakes her head. Like she doesn't say anything, she just shakes her head.
No,
Yeah,
Or-
shakes her head no.
and then I'll pretend to like only just see. Oh, that's one of them over there. One of the companions.
I
Um,
wouldn't know.
Are you okay? If you're in distress, blink twice.
You know, usually there's another question that players ask, but hey, I like this too. You can make an insight check if you want. She blinks twice, but she's looking at you when she does it, meaning that you're the reason. No, make an insight check though.
Yeah,
Wow,
Well,
amazing
that
insight.
was lucky. Damn.
You get the sensation that she's not technically under distress, but she's been coerced not to tell the truth.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Did it? Are they staying here? Blink twice for you.
She turns on her heels and walks away.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Don't forget my alcohol.
Oh, yep. I mean, she set that ale down and walked away.
Alright, okay. I'll take a sip. This is my first time with drinking.
Yeah. This is a new experience as you're in a orcish form, half orc.
Well, no, this is my first time drinking.
Ooh,
I
and
didn't
drinking
drink
it.
as an elf.
You know what though? Being a half orc, you feel like you got this. So make a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, first timer.
God. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Nat one first time.
Let's
what,
go.
What? Yeah. Exactly.
Then we
That'll
can
be
progress
fun.
the story.
God. Save.
He passes out drunk at the bar after one drink.
Ooh.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
Oh God! I am an alcoholic.
That
Oh,
was
damn.
so damn good that I have to give you disadvantage. No, just kidding.
That'd be great.
No,
I mean,
but
8 is still quite high.
still pretty good. That is still a 1 though.
Yeah.
But
And a 20.
yep, so you got a natural 20 on it. And you kick that one back and you don't know what it is. Maybe it's this new form that you've taken, but there seems to be some resilience between you and the alcohol, and you're like, I can handle this. Might even be tempted to take another one.
Maybe, but maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say to the bartender, not the one that was serving me that was in distress, the other lady. I'm
Yes.
assuming it's like more of a senior. It's like, can I have a room?
Be 5 silver.
Yeah, I'll slide 10 silver over and say, for that lady over there, to her assist or her waitering, whatever. Just a gratuity.
Very well. She hands you a key.
Yeah, and then I'll go to the back and I'll try and listen in if I can hear talking at all, voices that I recognize as I'm going.
Make a perception check.
Cool. Roll 20, please. Don't be like this. I've clicked you. Okay. Maybe it'll take
Give
you a
me
while.
what I see.
Give me the net
Okay,
one.
there we go.
Ah,
It's finally come through. 23.
with a 23, you hear some snoring,
Nice.
but the problem is your parents don't snore.
Ah. Huh. I should go. I'll go out and and sit by the guy, or go up to the guy that I recognize and say, "Is this seat taken?"
He looks at you with bewildered eyes and's like, "What?
Is the seat taken?
Take it. I don't care."
All right, I'll sit down.
What?
Would you
What
like
the
an
hell?
ale?
You were supposed to take the seat with you. What the hell?
Oh, you were giving it to me. I didn't.
I
think it
thought
was
you
yours to
wanted to
give.
take it to somewhere else, but you know, if you want to sit there, who am I to stop you, huh?
Yeah, well, that's awfully
Jeff.
kind of you.
Such an odd question for someone like you asking me if I wanted you to take my seat.
Not your seat, just the seat next to you. Anyway, would you like an ale?
Is
Make a
this meat
persuasion
cute?
check.
Sorry, Mega. No,
I was
that's
thinking, is
sorry.
this the meat cute?
me. No, I'm trying to.
Sure, I'll
What I-
take an L.
I'll call the bartender over and say two more ales, please.
Very well, be on my way. She brings you both back at Tankard of Ale.
So I'll say to him, so where you're from? Have you got business in town?
Who's asking?
The hopeful friend.
You seem pretty hopeful, aren't you? What do you need somebody, I don't know, chopped down to size?
No, not
I-
chopped.
I consider
have anybody.
myself a professional lumberjack. You understand what I mean? Kind of like taps the great axe behind him.
Got wood?
A professional lumberjack.
You're very good at cutting wood.
And that's not all I'm good at.
Huh. That's cool. So, have you had business around here? Cutting wood?
Maybe.
It's a big
Why?
forest, Dondra Forest. It's not too far from here.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Wow, this guy was almost about to catch on, but he didn't. Yeah.
Ethan!
Yeah, there's a forest around here. There's a lot of trees that need chopping, but fortunately, them elves keep us from chopping those trees. Damn elves.
Right. So you're staying at the inn, or are you just passing through?
You ask a lot of questions, friend.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, why are you asking me all these damn questions? I don't get it. You come over here asking for a chair, then you decide to stick around and ask me more questions. What the hell's your problem?
I don't know. I'm a friendly guy. I thought you would make some interesting conversation.
Make a persuasion check.
God damn it. You're just waiting for me to fail something. God.
No, I am actually-
You kind of
I'm-
dug yourself this own hole.
God,
Okay.
fuck. There we go.
No. Here's the thing. It's not. I'm waiting for you to fail. I'm building an affinity towards this character. You had a good run. Now you just went back to 0, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you know what? I ain't gotta tell you a damn thing of what I'm doing. My business, my own. How about yours? What's your business? What are you after? What are you looking for? What do you need? Are you paying? You got money up front? Let's go. I need to know the particulars if you're hiring.
I'm looking for animals. I was told that by an undisclosed source that you are in contact with somebody who's in that line of business.
Roll another persuasion.
No,
No,
It
this
was
is
that
this.
bitch Sally, wasn't it? She blabbed.
Hey, 20. I mean, that's sort of like. Uh-huh.
I still don't know who you are and why you're asking these questions. Do you know
I
my
told you.
employer?
Well, I don't know them personally, but I was told that they're the best at what they do.
Why are you needing animals? And what does it even matter to you? Animals are stupid.
Well, you see,
Just
I'm in
the
the
stupidest thing you've ever
market
seen.
some more smarter animals. I don't know if you've ever heard of displacer beasts.
Yeah, dumb as a door tack.
I've got coin.
What, you hiring me now? That's what I've asked. And what do you want?
Well, I want to speak to your employers.
All right, one more perception. So far, you're on the good side, so let's see how this goes. Or persuasion, I said, right? Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
perfect.
Waiting for
Rod with
that.
the awesome rolls here.
Damn, son, where did we find those?
You really
So-
should not be rolling this well, but goddamn.
He kicks his seat out from underneath them, right? And he says, "Wait here. I'll go get him." And he
All right.
walks up the stairs. Are you doing anything in the meantime?
No, I'll wait.
Just in case, I might need a battle map. Let's go to the tavern.
Oh no, it's the forest wolves all over again.
Hey, that
Eh.
wouldn't have gone that bad. Dude. Just wait a little bit longer.
No,
Alright,
it's
let-
not, because I was there for that. He's on his own right now.
Yeah.
Lonely.
All right. So you place yourself at this table here, if you would.
Sure.
There you go. And then
That's
you
in
could be over
way-
here somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
So he walks away for a
Oh.
little bit.
Oh no, I'm not cornered. I'm close to the end. I'm close to the exit. I'm gonna book it if shit happens.
So this high elf, not a drow, kind of like stares over the table, silver long hair, pointed ears. You kind of recognize him. And he slaps his hand on the table. So, I hear you've been asking questions.
Yes. I wonder if you're who I was informed about. Your name, good sir?
No question. Do you sound like the old you, or
I am putting on a gruff voice, like
Mhm.
more trying to sound more like an orc.
Performance?
I will. Your
yeah,
your
it sounds
name?
like a performance.
Sure. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. Must save.
You make a performance, and he will make a insight check on it.
Oh, the luck runs out. Oh no.
I mean, if you have the cookie clusters, you could always buy yourself advantage.
I want to see where this shit goes.
Very well. He stares at you. He's like, "That's an awful ballsy disguise for you to wear. You know that, right?"
Disguise? Sorry, my voice was a bit gruff there. Disguise?
Raz, what the hell are you doing here? Didn't we leave you back at the estate? And what the fuck is with this getup? What the hell is this
estate?
orc look? Yes, I could see right through your disguise there. I could tell you're hiding yourself behind there. Your voice doesn't change that much. When you gonna hit puberty? I swear, you're just a disappointment.
Well, it's not a disguise. I died, and you'd know, Mother is inclined to these sorts of magics. Was brought back.
Make a persuasion?
Persuasion?
Yeah.
No, that's persuasion.
Yeah. Like, your dad's angry and you're trying to sweet talk him, so. Oh, and whose fault is that? Why are you here? And why did you, God forbid me asking, die?
Well, I pissed off some.
Pissed off some, huh? Come on, out with your
Myconids.
words.
Myconids. I pissed off some Myconids. I
You.
was traveling with some friends, and they attacked them, and I tried to defend us.
Aren't you a druid, boy? Can't you talk to these damn plants and tell them to shut the fuck up and get out of the way? What the hell's the matter
don't
with
think
you?
I became a druid after I left them, but okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, is that something we never talked about?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I only became a druid after I left them and went to and brought the direwolf back.
All
to
right,
the
then let me
thingy,
back
and then
up there. Let me back up there. If your dumb ass would have just stayed at home, none of this would have happened. Now look at you. Disgusting. I don't even think you're my son anymore. Wait, this is your son? No, he's not my son.
I haven't been your son for a while. Where's my mother?
You know what? You can kill him if you want. Our conversation's done. He turns his back on you.
I asked you a question.
Continues to ignore you.
We'll get up and walk around.
Ah,
Opportunity attack? No.
yeah, hold on, buddy, before you go off anywhere. And he kind of like puts an arm on your shoulder and pulls you and turns you around. What's your deal?
I'll turn around and tell him back off, and I'll try and intimidate since I've now got into.
Yeah, you got proficiencies there now. Yeah,
Proficient in that.
go for it.
Oh, of course.
Oh. With your babby voice instead of your man.
Leave me alone.
He kind of pulls you in for a hug, but it turns out to be a headlock, and he's like, "You're cute." Kind of gives you one of those noogies on top of your head. Make a grapple escape.
Yeah. What's it? Athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics, you can pick.
Why are they the same? They're the same now. It's so sad.
You miss being a drow now, don't you?
Uh-huh. Well, I didn't want to be a orc. Grass, maybe.
I mean, you got what you got. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you poor innocent child. Yeah, he easily grapples you and does the noogie.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going anywhere. Come on. We're going over here. And he kind of like drags you back to the table.
Alright.
Sets you in a chair. He's like, here. Puts down the ale you ordered a second ago. We're going to have a drink.
I suppose he does.
You're
want to,
gonna-
doesn't he? Because a lot of persuasions.
Yeah. So he's like, we're just going to sit here and drink. And I'm going to see if I can withstand you long enough for me not to kill you.
I'd like to see you try, and I'll drink.
make us
Like a little
check.
Trying out drink
like
him,
a-
Raz?
Yeah.
like a grumpy teenager. I'd like to see you try.
What was that? Nothing.
Oh,
What I thought.
Do you know where my mother is?
The door opens again behind you, and then you see your mother.
Stab.
Who are you?
Hello, mother.
What?
Hello, mother.
I don't think you get the right to call me that. Who are you? What have you done with my son?
You're aware of reincarnate, mother. You're a drow.
She pinches her nose and just rolls her eyes up in the air. And how did you get to this position? You had one job, and what did you do? Seriously, are we going to
One
have to
job?
ground you?
You haven't had that sort of power over me for a while now, mother.
Then maybe it's time I do. The fire spirit appears behind her. Stares at you curiously.
Browser.
Hi, browser.
Let's
what
be
I-
serious, mother.
Yes,
I
let's be serious. Seems like the only way I'm going to get my innocent boy back is by killing you first and reincarnating you myself. I guess we're not going to be able to
Over and over
enjoy it.
again.
Yeah. Not going to be able to enjoy this
Right.
hell here, am I? I'll be over here.
It's gonna be a new,
I don't like being...
new character every week. Let's go.
I don't feel like being in the middle of this conversation. Mother and son, yeah, I'm out.
Why do you do it? Why do you do what you do? My
Kinda like-
grandmother, she didn't raise you like this, did she? She looked after me for most of my life, and she taught me to respect nature.
You act as if
You're a
I
druid.
don't respect nature. My boy, what's the old saying I keep telling you? Sometimes you have to start fire to recreate the life within. And then we see like the fire spirit behind her grow a little brighter.
And how does it work with when you capture animals and sell them to be kept in cages?
How do you think we get to live in such a wonderful mansion when we're in Parenthia? You think it just happens naturally? That we're nobles
Why
of
do
some
you
kingdom?
care? Okay, well, we're not nobles, but okay. Um,
Yeah, Raka's family's the nobles. Raz is not.
Yeah, Raz is not. No,
Yeah,
no.
we're-
I'm saying she's saying, do you think we're nobles or something?
okay.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
She was reasserting that she's made money to be equivalent to, not that she is. You think all
Who
that?
cares? Seth taught me to love nature and to look after animals, not cage them.
Your grandmother is
This
a
Desmond
lost
is the
artifact.
No,
Mother
she
was-
died. She was murdered
And whose
by
fault
one
is
of the
that?
higher. The Drow Society.
You act as if we're not familiar. Of course, our society is those that kill off the weak. Just like it seems like. And she almost seems like she has a hurt face as she kind of like puts a hand towards your cheek. What we might have to do to you.
Cesar was stronger than you'll ever be.
Strength is measured by actions. What actions have you here, boy?
I'm coming to
I have a
decide
bonus
whether
action.
or not I should kill you.
Oh, would you hear that, Istor? He says he's going to kill his mommy. My poor baby is so misguided. You
This
will
was last-
see.
Your last chance, mother.
I don't
and I'll
recall
get
ever
up and leave.
needing a chance against my child.
I'll get up and start walking out the door.
As you start to walk out the door, the Firefox jumps by you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, there we go.
All right, so you only take half.
And those thunder thighs apparently move.
And I need to know. Okay, I'm just going to ask you an open-ended question, and I just need to know if you're willing or not.
Mhm.
Are you willing?
Sorry?
Are you
Am I
willing or
willing?
not? Yep. Yeah, I just need to know. Are
Sure,
you
why
willing? You are?
Oh, I'm willing. Do it.
The fiery creature lands next to you, then all of a sudden flames ripple around you. Both you and the creature are teleported outside the bar, and the creature whips itself back into the bar and leaves you outside, giving you like a 15-foot head start.
All right.
And then you hear like
Yeah, I'll
some
start.
shouting there. Yeah, there's some shouting being had. What is the matter with you? And yeah, what do you do? Like you got a chance to run.
Yeah, giant eagle.
Sure.
And back towards the Dundra.
And as you kind of like fly off, like she doesn't get to see you fly off, but she is like you're looking down as this eagle now, and you can see her just wave her hand over this firefox, and it just dissipates, like she just angrily sent it away.
Hmm.
And with that, Brass flies back towards the Dondra Forest. What do we
Then he wanders into an airship propeller.
Damn. Damn it. Just got all the shark out of there finally. Now I got to get these feathers. What the hell am I going to do with this? So, with the time that we have left here, guys, you guys managed to continue to find the trail, and you find yourself at a carnival, or at least a group of carnies who are setting up camp in the middle of the woods. And you see several cages of animals just kind of like on display here. Some of them seem very well kept. Some of them feel like they need a bigger cage just because of their sheer size.
Oh, right. That would be. Sorry, I would be actually going towards the carnival because, and my thinking would be to free the animals. That's why I'd be going there.
Of
Not
course, a
metagaming
druid
thing.
would.
Like, I was-
Oh, don't worry. I'm not worried about you coming back here because I kind of expected this because it never seems to not happen. All right.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to pick up on this next week as you guys reach the carnival, and you'll get to have a conversation before your buddy Raz returns. And that's our
Good.
episode for today. All right, everybody. I know you're so excited, and we let Raz eat up a lot of time there, but we got there finally. So let's go ahead and say good afternoon, good evening to Twitch and Facebook. Good evening, guys. See you later.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Morning, everybody.
Good night! And with that, my friends, do you hear the calling? The chaotic calling. We're going to go find somebody to raid, so stay tuned. Also, don't forget, December 12th, 12 p.m., 12 a.m., we're going to do our fundraiser charity stream for St. Jude. See you then. Stay tuned for cookie clusters.